Hello, we're literally live.
I'm just texting on the Discord. Josh is on his way home.
Oh.
And he was like crying, yelling at my bus driver to floor it. I said, cry, scream, throw up. He said, pissing, shitting, whatever I need to do. I said, all of the above. And then I said, we might wait for the stories if he's not too far from home.
We might do a little bit of waiting. My story's first today, so that's kind of exciting. Hi! Hi, everyone!
Oh, good. Hello, Awaish.
Hi, Wade.
You haven't been
Hi,
here
Will.
before,
Hi, Cosmo.
I don't think.
No, yeah, they're not first-time chatters. They've been here
Oh.
before.
Oh, they might have been chatting before. I was reading my own messages. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really. I'm obsessed with myself. Whatever. Yeah, they said a giggle and a chuckle.
A giggle and a chuckle.
I love that.
Instead
Instead of a T and a he.
Oh, but I do love it, a T and a he. I love the sound of it. It rolls.
Exactly. It's too much. We use it to excuse bad shit. See that? You T here. You go, oh, T here. Exactly. And I had a gun to your fucking head. Did you not see the gun?
First of all, hot. Second of all,
Imi.
let me have a hobby.
Oh my. Yeah, better hobby. Have you guys watched the YouTube video that she put up? Nice. Because she made me watch it, like review it and stuff, and I was like, Imi, you're literally just telling them to get a fucking hobby. I'm like the last bit, she was like, do this, do that, or like don't, but like do this and do that, and I was like, you've literally just told me to get a fucking hobby through the screen. I was like, I hate you.
Did you guys like it? I was really scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was really scared.
She hates being perceived, even by me, who perceives you 24/7.
I know.
I watch you sleep.
It was really weird because I got Flick to review it yesterday. To like just make editing notes on it, and she was like giggling at stuff, and I was like, this is so weird to see because like I could picture if I was telling you this exact thing, you would be laughing at these moments.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. I was like, I'm literally like normally in the room with you, so I normally have to like listen and like react. So I'm so used to like listening to your voice and reacting that it's odd when I don't have to react.
So Flick's on a diet. So Flick is eating something different to what I'm eating
All
today.
I want to fucking eat is a Sprite. You know what, guys? If anyone actually knows our address, you know what? Just send me a Sprite. I don't care if you know it. Just send me a Sprite, please. Because technically if I didn't buy it, the calories don't count. It's not my food, the calories don't count.
That's
like I had to taste the sauce.
Oh,
to, like, make
the
your
calories
pasta.
don't
The
count.
calories don't count. It's not my food.
It was entertaining. It was true. It was a good video. I loved it. When you said we live in a society, shut the fuck up. I hate the fact that I said that, but I had to get a fucking hobby. I watched it. I'm glad it was made. It makes me feel less obnoxious for my thoughts and feelings. I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought it was a good watch. You know what? I will happily take that because I thought it was like mid.
It was good once you got into it. Once you started being like excited about what you wanted to talk about and like actually got into things rather than and like, explain them to yourself within yourself rather than just like what you'd pre-written in your head. It then flowed and then you like were louder because you were getting into it, getting more confident with it, and then you could see you opening up more, and then that was enjoyable.
That's beautiful. I was a caterpillar at the beginning.
No,
and I ended it as a butterfly.
No, you're more of a maggot to a moth, but like sure.
I'm gonna beat you.
Oh, I fucking love pissing you off.
Thank you. Oh my god, thank you. Tell me more. More compliments. More. What was the tomato girl thing? I know nothing.
What? Tomato girl? Made a tomato? Makes me less obnoxious for my thoughts and feelings. Okay, good. Yeah, we are just obnoxious about our thoughts and feelings together. And then she was like, yeah, maybe I'll write it about things. Because we talk about trends quite a lot. And then when you said that you were going to write about it, I was like, oh my god, yes, we used to talk about that quite a lot.
Because I remember you were actually sat there at our balcony, and I was stood inside, and I was like,
you were getting ready for stream, I think.
Yeah, I was getting ready for stream, and I was like complaining about TikTok trends, and you were like, I've always been very sure of myself, so I've never really related. And I was just talking about it in like different examples and different people who I already know that fit into this, and like blah blah blah. And hang on.
Oh wait, no, I'm eating. I can't talk now.
Sorry, I had to have a little drink. Anyway. So yeah, and then I was just like, oh, I'll start writing about it, and then I wrote a Google Doc on it of just like my thoughts and feelings, which is also why I kind of want to start a blog. I think I'm gonna bring back blogging.
Where the fuck are you gonna do it?
Tumblr, bitch. Cosmo was already looking at my Tumblr,
please.
Oh my god, I found, and I had for the video, I found and I went through my oldest Tumblr, which isn't very old. I think I was like 16 to 17 because I have a habit of deleting and then remaking them. Boring, right? Imagine 14-year-old me on Tumblr. Imagine 12-year-old me on Tumblr.
Yeah, I've got that on my Pinterest.
Your Pinterest
It's all
scares
that.
me.
Oh my god, my Pinterest scares me.
Yeah, I'm horrified.
I have one board that is called, what's it named? Things I've always wanted to say but never could, or something like that. And I was like,
oh my god, get a hobby.
I that was my hobby. Let it be. Let me have a hobby. But the TikTok thing, the trend thing, we had a conversation about it because, and I was like, yeah, I'm so like I've always been so sure of myself that I've never like given into like trendy things or like never wanted to, or like
you don't like being influenced.
no, and oh yeah, that's also it. I hate being influenced. So that fucking green bloom that you see every fucker on TikTok have, purely because every single TikTok they at bloom, fuck off. Like, yes, the first few times I was like, oh, what's that drink? That looks nice. Every other fucking time I was like, do not come near me. I was like, do not interested purely because of the bloom. I could follow you, I could love your content. You're blooming, fuck off. Purely because I'm like, you're just trying to influence me on something you don't give a shit about, but you're influencing me. Do not influence me. I'm not being influenced today. Ew.
You just ow yourself.
I did. And then with that, I rest my case.
Anyway, back to me.
Oh, it's half of my show. I can
No, I loved
chat
it.
shit.
I loved it. It is your show. It's completely your show.
And now I have to apologise.
You don't have to apologise. There is no need to people please because the people are here for you. You are literally.
Well, not both of us. It will come from your Discord. Oh yeah, guys, go into Discord. It's not linked. Don't even think that it's linked. You just have to figure it out.
It's somewhere available somewhere. You just have to find it.
I don't know how to be Seth, so I just haven't.
Well, I can teach you that. I'll teach you that.
Why don't you just do it? It's half your thing.
Oh fuck. It's not my business.
Boo.
Anyway.
There's no crab talk here. You will get her talking about crabs for hours. We do not have time for that. I'm sleeping well tonight. I've decided.
You were the one who started talking about crabs earlier. No, don't you even.
No,
Shut the fuck up.
Actually,
shut the fuck up.
You said it. Okay, let's just preface.
No, because you're
It's
fucking
not
wrong.
us that makes the shower dirty. However, the shower gets dirty, right? And she goes, and we always like joke about it within ourselves because it's neither of us. And we joke about it. And then we're walking along the street earlier, and then you go, oh, well, it's not me that makes the shower dirty, but you've got crabs. That's what you say,
No.
and that leads us into crabs.
No, it doesn't.
Because of you.
No,
And your love
because
for crabs.
you were the one who was like, oh my god, I don't get why you're like out of nowhere because we left the house and we were outside the corner shop.
Yeah, well, that's why you said it.
No, I said it when we were walking into the lane.
No, because I'd already done that crab joke by then. I'd already done the voice note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
you're the one who brought up crabs.
No, but
and
you were
then-
the one that said that because I was talking about the shower or something.
No, because
Or being
you
dirty.
you brought up crabs. You brought up crabs because
Okay,
you
how
were
did I bring up crabs?
because you were trying to fucking annoy me and you were going, do my walk, do my sideways walk, and
No,
you fucking
but
pretended to be a
after that, when we were
crab.
crossing the road after the corner shop.
Yeah, and then
But you didn't mention it because I remember because
No,
walking
I
over,
didn't.
Yeah, because we were walking over the 3 drains by the corner shop, and I was like, "Oh, don't walk over those 3 drains," and I was like, "Oh, sidestep," because you mentioned about crabs.
no, I didn't mention about crabs. You already had crabs on your mind.
You already had crabs in your pants.
You're the one with crabs. She doesn't
Stop
actually have
fucking
crabs.
crabs.
She doesn't actually have crabs. Anyway, no. So basically, you sidestepped and you went, "Oh, do you have a little sidestep?" And then you went, and you were like, "What sounds a crab, mate?" And I was like,
No, actually, I did it.
"Oh, fucking hell!" Yeah, in the middle of the street, and I went,
As we were crossing the road.
and I went, literally, shut the fuck up right now. Don't get me started on crabs today. And then I was like, it's your fault. You're the reason I always talk about crabs because you bring them up.
I don't.
No, but you brought
You
them up
kind of
today.
wait. No.
You literally
You
went.
know what? I think I need a VAR on that shit, and then we can have a little chat.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
No, because I'm always right. Always. I love this shit.
It was not my fault.
Let the woman have a hobby. Exactly. Let me fucking have. Maybe me. I probably wasn't me, but let me have a hobby.
It probably was you.
My hobby can be stalking. Would that be?
No.
Please.
Um,
Can my hobby be going back to? I think that's good enough. I think that's quite a good hobby, actually. I think it's very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting sugar out, might as well not cut that out.
Hi, Gerald. You know, in the video when I was like, "Oh, do whatever's gonna make you happy," apart from texting back your ex, texting your ex
that
back.
was for me.
That was literally just that whole line for her.
I saw it and turned to her, I was like, "You bitch." as I should.
If I can't target you in my YouTube videos, then what's the point?
Apparently, you're a girl boss queen because you can't be wrong. Yeah.
Facts. You know what else happened today? I got recognised.
Yeah, she's famo. What's that? I was trying to sing the song for Almost Famous, but then I was like, no, actually, I don't know it. I hate that.
Almost Famous. I love Almost Famous.
Yeah, I know. Lola does too.
It's an indie bitch thing.
I'm alright.
I'm not indie. I'm
I'm not indie then. That's my face.
Yeah, we were in Boots and we were just shopping and chatting shit. I didn't even know what we were talking about. I was literally like, I was being really annoying. And you know what's crazy? Looking back, I could tell somebody was staring. That's because there was there were loads of self-checkouts that were like free.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you said next to me rather than going to your own one?
No, I thought he was staring at me because of that. But we were chatting, so I was like, oh, I'll follow you to yours. And we were just chatting about, I think it was fucking Advantage cards. Something.
I think we're talking about Advantage cards.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, like whatever. We were just chatting shit. And then she pays first. I pay second using the same machine. I then turn and we're like talking about the time or whatever, or like plans. Some bullshit. And like we literally, without even thinking.
Yeah, I put my bag down and then I have like put my bag on. Put my bag up. And then we turned. And
we were just like, oh, like, have a nice day to the guy that was working.
So he was like, here.
Yeah, he was, so we were literally, the machine is here.
And then there's a wall here.
There's a wall here. And then he's there. He's like,
so when we turn,
this far away from each other.
I'm like on his side and he's actually here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, have a nice day.
Yeah, we were literally, oh, have a nice day. Carry on walking. I'm thinking about YouTube and other things.
That's not what happened though. Because you just weren't listening. Because I said, have a nice day. I don't know if you did.
No, I did automatically.
Because I said, have a nice day.
Yeah, and then
you just keep walking.
I was like, oh, have a nice day. But like, I kept walking. I don't stop. I don't really look. I'm busy. And then
all she sees is me slap her arm.
Yeah.
Point behind. Like that. Exactly like that. Because we said, have a nice day. And he went, yeah, see you later. I was like, and I was like, oh, have a nice day. Yeah, have a nice day, me.
He went, have a nice day, Immy.
And because I'm hearing it, because he's right here, so I can fucking hear it. And then I'm like, Immy, because nothing's going to be place. And then she gives me like eyes, but obviously eyes of, I'm not clear what you're on about. But I thought the eyes were, I don't like him, let's keep moving. And then I explained to her what happened, and she goes, what the fuck? I wasn't there for any of that. She was like, I wasn't meant to do, I did not even clock that happened.
Yeah.
And then we walked like
all
the way down the street, and then I was like, no, we have to go back. I want to know.
Because we were trying to figure out, I was like, who the fuck would call me Immy but wouldn't be like, oh, I watch you on streams? I was like, and because I kind of recognised what he looked like, and I was like, who the fuck do I know that works in fucking Boots in Brighton? No, nobody in this joint is
like, because we were
in
going for
Brighton.
Like, if anyone she knew from uni or something like that. And it just wasn't.
No.
And then, and then I went back in.
You went back in?
I was like, I need a mascara that I couldn't find the first time around. But it's definitely in Boots because I buy it from there normally.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went in, found the mascara, then lost one left, thank Jesus Christ. Otherwise he'd see me walking about and then be like, what are you fucking doing here if you're not buying anything? So I come back into the store, like it's like 10 minutes later.
No, not even 2.
We walked down the street, then back up the street.
Oh yeah, it did not take 10 minutes to walk down that. It was like an embarrassingly short amount of time.
Oh, I thought it was quite a long time.
No.
It was embarrassing. Anyway, but so I find the mascara and I'm like, oh, thank Jesus. Sky High, if anyone's wondering. Waterproof, Sky High. And then you literally can like, you like wash your face and stuff, you literally just peel them off because they coat your eyelashes rather than like, you just peel like the tubes off. It's really good. They're good for my eyes. Anyway, and then I go to him, like, I'm paying, I'm like, I walk away and I'm like, oh, hey, like, just out of curiosity, how do you know Immy? like that. Probably sound like a fucking policeman.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh, like for a mutual friend. We were like, then, but I've had them talking about Minecraft. So then we walk out, and I'm like, you know, you through a mutual friend, but I'm not smart enough to ask what mutual friend you fucking know through. So we walked down the street, and we were all the way home, and we're like, we can't fucking think of a friend that's mutual.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it must be from stream that like someone's given him your Instagram and been like,
Oh, he said he
this is who
recognised
he
me from
is.
Instagram
Yeah,
as well.
from Instagram. And I was like, yeah, and she's very recognisable because of her hair. I was just really confused. I was really lost.
I was like, what mutual friend would know me through Instagram?
That's what I was thinking.
That's
like,
what confused me.
And then I was like, why would he, if he only knew you from Instagram, then speak to you? As in, like, because if you know someone and you stalked them through Instagram, you're not going to say hi because they're not going to know who you are, sort of thing. So I was like, you must know of him, but of his name. He didn't have a fucking tag on. I was like, shit. And it wasn't until he piped up earlier that I was like, I told you from your Discord.
Yeah, he said hi in the Discord and he was like, sorry. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I didn't say hi.
He's met Amy in the flesh, so guys, buy things off of him because you might have touched them.
Real and true. And if you do recognise me, please just say hi. I know you from Twitch, so I'm not like, because why the fuck do you know my name? Who are you?
No, but it's more like not like who the fuck are you? It's more like I don't know who you are because I know who you are through a screen, not your face. But you know my face.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, like, oh hey, I'm Ed from streams.
Oh hey, I watch you on Twitch. I'm this username. Oh my god, hi.
Yeah, that's oh my god, I know who you are. But otherwise, I'm like, that's odd. Did you read my credit card?
Literally.
That was a little thing that happened.
That was a little teehee moment.
I love how they wait for the story to be over to comment. I think it's so cute.
Right.
Bitches know what's up.
I recognised Amy at the train station. We spoke about Club Penguin. We did. Oh, we did. And Moshi Monsters and Pokemon.
You meet at the train station.
Yeah. I'd avoid Amy IRL. Heard she's stinky. I'm not actually stinky. Fun fact, Flick hasn't grown out of being 14 because she uses Victoria's Secret body sprays.
You know what? You compliment me how I smell, so you can fuck right off.
Yeah, I steal them too sometimes.
You actually air. That's why they're fucking running out air.
I actually don't. I've never done that. I just want to say that for reaction.
You can use them.
Maybe.
They're there to be used, whether it's by me or someone else. Or sometimes when the toilet really stinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deodorant when the toilet really stinks.
Then you're like, yeah. Because you already realise it smells when you go in to piss, and you're like, oh, fuck it out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of dust, I don't think the dust has settled on last week when I covered Onision. Was that a good intro? Was that a good step in?
Absolutely not. There was no connection.
Shut up.
Re-record that one, please.
The runner, she's a track star.
Yeah, neither of us are. Run.
I could fucking run. I could run.
For how long? Back to the corner shop? And then you get out of breath? Fall down to the ground? Join the homeless men?
No. I
think I could happily leg it to the coffee shop we like to go to.
Yeah, happily. Yeah.
Not happily. I'd be dying.
Oh, I could do that.
But that's the thing, as far as I could get sprinting.
I used to actually really enjoy I was about to say Onision. I used to actually really enjoy not Onision. I used to watch Onision for fact. But I used to actually really enjoy sprinting. Like literally just sprinting until my lungs like burn. I could never do it for long. I was never like cross country, but like sprint, I used to really enjoy. I sound depressed. Oh my god, we'll give it like another 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
We bought vitamins today.
Oh my god, should we get them to do the show and tell?
Yeah. Mine are in my bag.
Mine are in my room.
Oh.
Oh my god, I've got cramp in my foot.
Oh.
Owie.
Leave comments about how much you hate Bug. Leave comments about how much you hate her
Oh my
and you
god,
literally want her dead.
Oh my god. Hate mayo. Oh, that's you. Fuck needs vitamins. What, weak bones? Not enough for your own? Nah, yeah.
I don't have any bones.
You're both really liquid by the lack of vitamins she actually intakes.
I realized today I was skinny. That was the thing. Remember? Don't fucking roll your eyes. I don't
Okay,
know what I look
anyone
like.
in the chat, do you think Imi's not skinny? Have you ever had the realization of, oh, Imi's skinny? No, Imogen.
But I
Because no one
did.
has that, because everyone knows how thin you are.
But I don't. Let me fucking
She's
live.
like, oh my god, you really think I'm underweight? And I was like, babes, I've been new. I look at you and go, she's thin. Ew, that's what I want to be. Ew, ew, ew. See?
I didn't know. I don't know what I look like. You know I don't know what I look like.
Yeah, but surely you can see that. Surely
No.
you go and you buy the size 6 and you're like, this is so small.
I don't
and
buy
it's so
clothes.
cute.
You bought clothes.
I'm like, wham! It's like a fucking apron.
No,
Yeah.
but I actually understand that. See, thank you. See, thank you very much.
Okay, we understand that but I have it the opposite way.
Oh. Well, let's do a haul. So I got this shampoo. You can't see what this is. I got Calms. I got Calms nights because oh my god, chat, I've slept for like 3 hours. I couldn't sleep until like 5 a.m. ish. And then I woke up at 8 to my phone buzz, 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 buzz. And I had such bad anxiety because I was like, I'm in trouble. I'm literally in trouble. I'm going to be screamed at if I check my phone. Then I checked my phone. It was literally just a friend replying. And then
The fear that this has been installed in you is nuts. You're like, can't
Yeah.
sleep now. And I'm like, ew. I hear it and then buzz, buzz, buzz. And I'm like, ew, Imi, what's happening now?
She's like, oh, Amy can't sleep. So I got Calms nights.
Because we've discovered you can't buy melatonin over the counter. In the
Yeah.
UK, you have to go for the doctor. So I'm just going to buy a boatload when I go over to America and then bring it back.
Yeah.
So this should help you so far. And because she had that and I'm a follower, I got Calm's Day.
Because
I'm stressed as shit
yeah.
and I don't handle it very well. And
Oh, and she also oh my god,
I've discovered that I'm addicted.
Oh yes, once she's like actually addicted to smoking, it's like
I was like, T, it's funny, but it's been funny for the past like 4 years, and now it's not funny anymore.
yeah, you don't have to go to a doctor, just gotta know people. Are you the people?
Are you the
You're the people.
You'd be the people.
If you want to be the
Send me a
people. But yeah, it was really funny because Flick was being like, not like pissy, you were just kind of like,
Oh my god, I was such a fucking hoe. Like, in a way that is like, shut the bitch up. You're a twat, leave the room.
you were just like in
That
a
kind of
bad
hoe.
mood.
Yeah, for like a few days, because I'd quit smoking and I'd quit sugar and
You quit texting your
quit
ex.
texting my ex. So like going
holy
through withdrawals
trinity.
for all of them was not good for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically how it went, and that's how it's going. So, and I'm also very, very stressed. I'm a very stressy person, always have, always will be. And it's so bad that like I get headaches because I clench my teeth at night. Like I've snapped multiple retainers from clenching my teeth so hard. I've chipped one of my I didn't tell you, I've chipped one of my teeth, a molar once.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? Like, do you clench your teeth now? I was like, I don't know. And then I went back. Then like 2 years later, I went back with my retainer broken, being like, babes, it's fucking snapped. It's weak as shit. And then she's like, oh, you must clench your teeth. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And then I didn't realize that I found it. You can see it. They can't see it though. It's like, see the line? That's where I clench my teeth. As I haven't got on both sides. That's where I clench my teeth at night, and that's my cheek between my teeth.
Your chin.
My chin. I'll put. It's like if you guys look up, if you really want to see it, it's like I don't know. It's like a line through your mouth, it's like a line through your cheek,
Mm-hmm.
and it's where I clench my teeth so hard at night that it like bites, and that's why I got that blood blister as well, because I clench my teeth so hard. I give myself blood blisters, and I have headaches because of it, which I think is beautiful. I love being a girl and dressed as shit constantly. So yeah, so I got some Calms Day, and I was like, wow, I don't know, I've never thought about this before, because we always say it's time for some sort of anti-anxiety, and we just never do it either of us. So this is us getting some.
This is us
Yeah.
trying. We were looking at mood stabilizers, but herbal mood stabilizers, and then it was like, oh, don't take this if you have depression.
Yeah, if you have diagnosed depression or anxiety, because it's St. John's root St. John's wort, sorry, which is really, really good, really good for you, but you can't have it when you're on the pill,
Which is her.
which is me.
And you can't
because
have it when
I
you're depressed.
don't want. I decided. I said, God doesn't win today. I'm a man for the rest of my life now. And then then she's depressed. So together we make all of the side effects.
Yeah. Put your entire fist in your mouth while you sleep.
I physically don't think I could do that. Like, no. I don't think. Well, that's not how you do it. You put like in first. You never tried that before. I can do like nearly my whole fist. You put your, like this, and then you put this bit in first. Yeah, and then you try and like clench it in. Then, yeah. You know you can put a light bulb in your mouth, but you can't take it out.
Yeah, I did know that.
How funny.
Very
Doesn't work in
funny.
your ass. Can't get it in there.
You tried.
People come in and ask. People literally come into work sometimes, and it's like, I heard about the light bulb thing in the mouth, but does it work up the bum? And I'm like, I'm gonna get a manager.
You're like, not today.
I'm not dealing with that at 8 in the morning. I'm sorry, mate. Haribo bag for the melatonin gummies. Yeah, this is what I need. Melatonin gummies, and you need them more, but I also need them. You need them to get to sleep. I need them to stay asleep.
Yeah.
Because I don't sleep for more than like 2 hours at a time. Your entire fist. Yeah, nice. I love being a genderless entity that confuses people. It's fucking sick. Nice. Yeah, it's all part of the process.
All part of the process.
Someone's got to have something, right?
Do the rest of your vitamins. Do the rest of your
Sorry.
vitamins, and then I'll start.
And then I got that, and then I got collagen because my skin tightens. Apparently, she's like, you feel saggy today. So then she got me collagen.
I was like, if you are buying calms, then I'm making you buy so many other things.
Yeah.
So I made her buy collagen because she wants her hair to grow and she wants her skin to tighten.
I mean, I didn't say it, but
And then I made her get cod liver oil.
yeah. Cod liver oil for my brain function
And your
and for my
muscle
health and my
joint.
muscles and everything else that's fucked in my body. Besides my back, we didn't even think for my back. That's
Oh, we should have. Okay. Oh,
I think it's towel or whatever.
Collagen
And
from
then-
Imogen.
I got some shampoo and conditioner because I had it so basically in first year, I got this at the end of first year.
Was it good?
Because I had it for quite a bit of first year, but I obviously took it home once I finished it, but didn't take it back to uni the second year. So I washed my hair with it yesterday, and I was like, oh, yeah, and I was like, oh my god, this smells like first year. I fucking love it. Yeah, it smells so good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it stays on your hair, so your hair actually smells of it.
It smells like a night out at short.
Really, because it smells like my hair. Yeah, probably smells like the photo booth.
And then
then I got the mascara, this famous mascara.
the
from
famous
story.
mascara.
Yeah.
And do you guys
I also got a top.
Oh yeah, you also bought a top and you're gonna buy a coat.
Oh yeah, I should have now actually before. Yeah.
We basically, Flick was like, okay, we came to a realization, we came to this kind of like, it was almost an epiphany where we for the longest time have been living, yes, well I think for the both of us, and you go, yeah, where we both realized that for the longest time we have been living for the long run rather than enjoying the short run and having balance. So as an attempt to start enjoying the short run, we are one, looking after ourselves. Two, I am making Flick.
It's on sale.
Oh,
That's the one I was trying on,
yeah,
wasn't
that's
it?
the one you wanted. Wait, check the bottom. Is it short?
Small. There's a small in stock. I'm getting that shit right now.
So we basically sat down and Bug was like, I don't like any of my clothes. I need new clothes. And I was like,
I don't fit into any.
yeah, and I was like, it's time to like, instead of looking at fucking skinny girls on Pinterest, it's time to like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, this was an epiphany. RIP headphone users.
Sorry. It's time for her to like, I don't know, actually look to dress her body type and look at good influencers and
Yeah, like guys, did you know?
realistic expectations.
Yeah, like did you know that you can just search like mid-size fashion and mid-size people come up?
Yeah, rather than just like,
And I was like, wow.
Twinks.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, wow, this really, Wow. I can't believe I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, because you were like, no, I don't like the cute clothes, I don't like the cute Pinterest, and they were skinny, and I was like, just search mid-size then. And you were like, oh.
I was like, wow, I'm actually not even pleasantly surprised, like actually fucking like, wow.
Shocked. And then we went round and we looked at clothes today, and I made her try on a load of things because I've decided that in my head, Bug is beautiful, so she should feel that way too. Don't give fucking side eyes. I'm being nice to you.
Yeah, I was like, why are you lying to the student?
Just
That was not the word I was supposed to say.
that comment's for you.
Is it a fit? Are you just analysing? Yes. Right. Have you seen that fucking girl on TikTok? And I love her. She's probably about a size 10, and she goes, is it a fit or is she just skinny? And I love it because no, none of them are fucking fits. They're just skinny. Immy.
What I wear is a fit. Do you guys want to see a fit, Ruby?
If it was on me, I think bitches would cry as they walked past, being like, oh my god.
I think you wouldn't be a born again virgin.
What if I was skinny? Oh, thanks.
No. If you wore what I wore, you would get asked out on so many dates.
Yeah.
I don't get asked out on dates, so because I'm intimidating. But it's a different issue. Just got a resting bitch face. I'm unapproachable. Is it a fit or is it just on flick? Oh. Mod. So, do you remember where we left off with Onision? We left off where obviously Shiloh is now out the picture, Sky is now out the picture, and he is just about to get together with 17-year-old Taylor.
No, remind me who 17-year-old Taylor is.
So 17-year-old Taylor was a fan who was obsessively tweeting at him, and they met. They met because Onision tweeted, "Soulmate, where are you?" and Taylor replied saying, "Here I am." And he
Did you
DM'd
tell me
her.
that?
Yeah.
I don't think you did. I
Roll the
wasn't
tapes.
listening.
Roll the tapes. Roll the tapes.
I wasn't listening.
And if you remember, this was in 2012, and then I said by I think 2013 she's pregnant with that.
Taylor. Oh, Taylor is
Lainey.
Lainey.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. So
right.
you know what?
Lainey. Yeah.
Lainey. Okay. Don't say the basement. No spoilers. No spoilers. They know nothing. She knows nothing.
Can we date it one more time? You get punched.
Okay, Miss fucking sis over here. Damn.
What was
Thing. Anyway, it's Lainey. So we're gonna go by Lainey for this era. And then when I'm gonna just refer to them as they. I'm not sure about the current situation. But when they change their names, I will try and keep things going.
for continuation purposes?
Continuation purposes at the moment, Lainey. Lainey was born Taylor, obviously.
But their online name was like.
Online name became Lainey. So,
that's why we did that then.
after they started Skyping, started getting to know each other, blah, 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 Greg visited New Mexico to see Lainey. Lainey is 17. I think he's old, man. He's old and crusty and musty. I think I worked it out, but I want to say he's around 27, but I don't know. He's like approaching the 30s. He's like the old end of 20s.
Wait, I think we've done this. So she stays in a hotel room with him.
No, that's Shiloh. So if you
Waiting for his 18th birthday though.
that's Shiloh.
Oh.
This is just a pattern.
What was the first girl?
Sky.
Sky, right, yep.
Sky is the one that he married. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then he divorced and he keeps emailing her sister.
Yeah.
Shiloh is the girl he got pregnant and then she had a miscarriage.
Mm-hmm. And she was like old enough to be like, what the fuck, dog?
She was 17 years old. She was 17 and then they officially got together when she was like 18 or something. Oh no, they slept together in Pennsylvania when she was 17.
What was the one that was like, bro, you're really odd? Like
That was Adrian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's on and off with Sit. I think he's on an off period. I think we're approaching the last of the off periods at this point. Anyway, so Lainey, right? He is in this period of time, Onision is single. There is no significant other, no leaks have been found, nothing. There was a brief leaks in email. There was no there was no like conversations or anything of him being with anybody else. He was completely and utterly single. Shiloh had moved on, so he had stopped trying to get back together with her. He'd harassed Adrian enough, and Sky obviously was not responding to him at all. So Taylor's situation happened. He goes to New Mexico and he checks to see if it's legal in New Mexico. He talks to a lawyer.
Yes.
Which is what he did with Shiloh as well in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
To make sure, make sure it was legal for them to be together. He then moves to New Mexico to keep an eye on Lainey. 17-year-old Lainey who hasn't finished high school yet.
How is his lawyer letting him do this?
What lawyer is he speaking to? Bring the lawyer up to the fucking court real quick, because
babes, like, how can you be like, oh, I didn't know when he's asking you about fucking legality?
Yeah.
When I get caught if I slept with a 17-year-old, cool, that's fine.
But it was legal. He made sure it was legal. That's the thing. He always makes sure it's legal. Otherwise,
above the law, not above the moral.
Yeah. Otherwise, he would have waited until she was 18 then. So that was a whole situation. Lainey's parents were obviously like, get the fuck away from my daughter. What's the actual literal fuck is wrong with you? Like, she is a child.
Yeah.
You're an old man. You're almost 30. Get a grip here. Babes, get a grip. So, Greg leaves. But, Greg leaves for a while. And basically, Taylor says that, Lainey says that they are going to uni. They're going to uni after they graduate. What they actually do is they go to uni, but they go to uni in the state that Onision is living, and they get married the second married. His second marriage.
How is he that good at his fucking game that he gets 3 bitches to marry him?
Narcissism is crazy, but this is a fan. Like, it's beyond like him meeting a girl online, because Shiloh was a fan. Yeah. Adrian was a fan. Lainey was an obsessive fangirl fan. All fans. There was a power balance in play. People like, oh my god, my favorite YouTuber is paying attention to me. Of course, I'm going to do whatever they want.
Couldn't marry him.
Wow, it gets so much better. I can't wait. So yeah, they get married on the anniversary. If you remember, very beginning, they get married on the anniversary that he threatened to kill himself in 7.
Who knows about that threat?
He knows. He's like, oh, I didn't even realize, blah, blah, blah. Well, then they get matching tattoos of that date. Not the 2007, but of their wedding anniversary. And he was like, it's also the day that I was going to kill myself, but I decided YouTube was my career.
Right.
Insane.
So he's nuts.
Insane. There was some leaked leaked messages. So I've taken the leaked message from a friend of Lainey's who was a fan of Onision. And I've taken the leaked messages to fill in some gaps. So yeah, basically, Lainey's parents didn't know that they got married. Yeah.
That's never good.
Wasn't told. Wasn't told that they were together. Wasn't told anything. Lainey also talks about taking online classes so that they can go on tour with Onision. I think it was like a digital, but I'm not sure what it was. And then these like leaked messages come forward of like Lainey and this girl talking and being like, oh yeah, like this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna come for me when I'm 18. Like this is gonna happen. Like, oh, if it's not legal, then he's gonna come for me when I'm 18. Like he'll wait for me.
I love how like this is the sort of thing that like a 16-year-old would say rather than like someone who's 18. Like,
well, she was 16, 17 I think she was 17 in these messages.
they're always young in high school, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like sixth form. Yes.
But like it was crazy level, like actually literally crazy kind of level of grooming and manipulation. Somebody who I think was nicknamed the Snail Mail Stalker, started sending letters to Taylor's parents, being like, "Your daughter got married." Do you have a blanket?
I know, but as soon as I get that out, I'll bracelet.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
It's
never
cozy
coming
home.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on. Snail mail.
Sends a letter to Lainey's parents, being like, "Hey, by the way, your daughter's married,"
What? But like, how did he know?
because it was leaked.
Oh, right.
Leaked. During this time, Onision kept emailing Sky, basically being like, "If you don't get rid of alimony, I'm gonna kill myself. You're heartless. Do you not love me? Did you ever love me? Blah blah blah." He also keeps emailing Sky's sister, being like, "Do you want to hang out? Do you want a job?"
Get a fucking hint. Take a fucking hint, bro.
2 years. It's been 2 years of him emailing them non-stop, and neither of them have replied, and he's still going. That's how obsessive narcissists are.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do he?
So during this time he baited suicide a lot.
Classic.
Taylor obviously turned 18. Lainey, sorry, turned 18.
It's fine. I know who Taylor is now.
Okay. And they became public. He posted a picture of them together but hid the marriage. And then I think it came out after. So during this kind of transition period, 2013, Taylor started losing a lot of weight, and texts were leaked basically being like, "Oh, how she wants to be perfect for him." And then there's also loads of tweets about her developing anorexia since being with him.
Oh, what?
What classic? What classic? Like about how she would just eat Tic Tacs a day. By the way, babes, hi sugar.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's not really maintaining things. Way to go, guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, it's not.
Fucking hell, fuck. Yeah. I think the day you start emailing someone's the last mode of communication is the day you're past saving, or when you like create several like fake accounts, I'd say.
Yeah, like I feel like when you're going to all these means to talk to someone that doesn't want to be them,
yeah,
like at that point he should get the idea.
Yeah.
Guy, he hasn't messaged you back. His sister hasn't messaged you back. Get a fucking grip,
Get a
touch
grip.
grass, stand up, move out.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up. Like, obviously they don't want to talk to you. Obviously they don't talk to you. These emails aren't getting sent to nowhere. Like,
yeah.
They've seen it and they've gone, no, fuck off.
They've gone, oh my fucking god, I need a restraining order.
What's the beautiful thing about emails? I think if you block them, it just goes into the stratosphere sort of thing. They can't see that you're not receiving them, but you don't receive them. I think that's how email. Yeah.
Onision also during this time makes a song making fun of fat people and basically saying people are fat because they're lazy.
Brilliant.
And he also uploads a video basically being like 10 reasons to stop cutting, where he starts blaming self-harmers and calling them like fish. Yeah. And then after that he emails Sky's sister again. Here's where something interesting happens, and I don't know what comes of this. I think it was just revealed later, but we're slotting it into the timeline now. During this time, Taylor starts Skyping with a girl called Regina, who is 14. It is later revealed, or there are rumors of, and like Regina comes forward later, I think, when everything comes out, and basically says that there were times where it was very flirty, a little bit sexual, and like you can see tweets of like Lainey atting Regina and being like atting Regina and being like, oh my god, I can't wait for our steamy Skype session later. 14, and this girl is 18 at this point. Lainey is 18 at this point, and Skyping 14-year-old, and like apparently they were like top school and yeah.
Wow.
But all kind of up in the air. It wasn't really a thing. We don't know. Well, that's the thing.
Is that like a thing people do?
No.
It's not something I've done.
I no. Cold, first of all.
But like also like why? Why?
Cold and awkward, and it's not exactly
awkward. Like yeah, like oh, but I don't like but like also like why?
I tried to sleep naked last night. Because I was like, oh, maybe it's clothes that are in the way. No, I hate it. Hate every second of it. I think I don't mind if I'm with depends. I have to feel really fucking comfortable to sleep naked.
I'd have to be really fucking hot.
Yeah.
But
that
never
too.
would I think really naked. I would have pants on.
Yeah.
That's as naked as I get. Like,
Yeah.
also, like, why am I free willing that shit? What's the fucking point? Anything out of it?
You're
I'm
so
just
funny.
enjoying myself. Like, when you get so hot, you're like, fuck this.
Yes.
That's the only time. But yeah, sorry. If that's just really odd, that's odd in itself. It's not like that's something to do. I hope.
But just like being naked on a Skype call.
Like,
But in,
being naked on a Skype call, let alone being it with a minor.
yeah. It doesn't excuse it, but in my head I'm thinking maybe there was a moment where they were changing and it was just like a joke between them. But I don't know. I'm only saying this because of information that comes out later. It doesn't really it's all very up in the air and confusing, and
Okay.
we'll come back to it
Okay.
after I let you know stuff. So
Always
then
my socks stay on.
socks have to stay on.
Socks always stay on.
Always.
I was gonna use that as one of my hinge props. Okay?
What?
I was
Socks
doing.
stay
I was
on
like, socks stay on because they do.
in bed.
Yeah.
Sleep.
No. But you change your socks.
The sleep socks.
Normal socks, but I couldn't just like sleep in the socks that I'm wearing now.
But you can
But
sleep
if I
in
was
socks.
cold and I needed to sleep in socks, I would sleep in.
I can't sleep in socks. I can't sleep with anything on my legs either, though.
Oh no, I can.
Yeah, no.
I could like sleep in everything. I have to change. But socks stay on. My hinge people.
Yeah, I think I think they that. I think you should be put on a list for that. Anyway, then the email leak situation happened. This is hilarious. So basically, a 17-year-old girl emailed Onision asking to, and she basically in the email she was like, "Hey, I'm 17 years old. This is, I would like love to do a YouTube collab with you. Like I'm really into content creation, blah blah blah." She's just creating content, people. She's just a content creator, and she attached a picture of herself topless. Anicia replied to it and was like, "Oh, send channel/Facebook," and that was it. Then, what is interesting?
Is this like a link that like you have to click on to see what it is, or is it like in the email?
This is where it gets interesting. Yeah. So it turns out it was a troll, and the troll came forward and was like, "Oh my god, look at this fucking freak! Anision's trying to cheat on his wife. Anision's doing this. Anision's grooming another fucking minor. Blah blah blah." Anision makes a video where he then goes, "I answered it on my phone." Shows his phone to the camera and goes, "If you click on the email, it doesn't come up with an attachment. It says one attachment, but it doesn't come up." So I just read the email and I just replied saying, "Oh, send your channel."
Right.
Which is kind of fair. And I don't, here's the thing. Oh, the audio's flipping. Are we being too loud today?
Good. We're never loud enough.
And now we're loud. Okay, so.
Chicken's not here to moan about it. So that's probably.
Well,
no one's asked. She's always like, "I can live it out, live it down."
No, too quiet. No, go. But I can't turn it up anymore.
Meeps.
Meeps. Anyway,
Use your outside voice.
Anyway, we'll figure it out.
So Josh just comes in and he just has attitude.
Yeah. Just
How
straight
dare
away.
you bring your negativity in here?
Interrupting my story, and for what?
About grooming. It's positive vibes here, bro.
Thanks. Okay. Anyway, so it turns out it's a troll. Anision basically explains it as that. Considering how into the law he is and he makes sure not to break the law, I do genuinely think it was a slip up on his part.
Okay.
However, then some interesting things start to happen. They start live streaming, and this is like the era of live streams, like lol. I don't know if you're around for that. It was like a little website where people literally like Twitch or like TikTok live, where people would just go live.
Right.
And they would just stream. And they would just chat to people.
Yeah, I was not. I was there for Facebook Lives.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, that was like my era.
Kind of like that. So he live streams Lainey and her friend Selena. And it's basically just Onision insulting them, calling them the R word, calling them like stupid terms to shut the fuck up. he asked them questions, like doing a Q&A, and Lainey's goes like, oh, so like, what's it like being married to Anicia? I'm reading the question out, and Lainey's like, oh, am I allowed to talk about that? And has to ask Greg's permission multiple times.
Wow. Do you think it was just like asking him like, isn't like, oh, can we talk about our marriage, or is it like, am I allowed to talk about it?
I think, and the video is very anti-Onision. Like a lot of the videos I've seen very anti-Onision, and like, yeah, so am I. For the record, I'm anti-Onision. However, some things I'm like, okay, that's a breach. So it realistically, it's like, should I talk about it? Am I allowed to talk about it? Because it's the internet, and Lainey has like zero self-esteem, zero personality, like, or like not personality, internet presence.
Yeah.
Internet personality.
Yeah, I mean, like,
they don't know.
Stage personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they don't know. So I think it was a genuine ask for concern. However, then there's a very interesting moment where Lainey basically gets asked if they're bi. Lainey goes, no, and Greg goes, yeah, you are. And then he goes, Greg thinks I'm bi, but I don't. I've never been with a woman. I've never had attraction to a woman.
Right.
This?
Hasn't he already had a threesome with one of his girls anyway?
No? Maybe? No? So at this point?
Or does someone mention it? They have a threesome?
Not yet.
Okay, so that's happened later. That's later.
Happening later.
But that's fine. Yeah, on with it.
So, yeah. After that, Lainey was announced pregnant. They basically stopped sharing updates on their children because of death threats. Lainey turns 19. It's very chill. It's very just casual controversy.
Their children, they've already got a child.
I think Lainey turns 19 and then the child is born. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then by 2016, their second child.
Oh wow. Okay.
So 2013 or 2014 and 2016.
Oh, okay.
But so now that you know that they have children, be aware of this, because this is where it gets interesting. We've introduced a girl called Billy Dawn.
Yeah.
Billy Dawn is emo. She is very Tumblr. If you Google her, you will go, okay, inspo, fair. Well, you wouldn't go inspo, but you would go, I get it.
Right.
Tumblr.
Tumblr emo vibes.
Tumblr emo vibes. I think Lainey actually found her on Tumblr, but I could be wrong. Lainey essentially comes to realization. She gets close to Billy, starts talking a lot.
How did they meet, sorry?
I think Tumblr.
Okay, sorry.
It was something stupid like Tumblr or Twitter or like social media.
Mm-hmm. I once made an Instagram friend.
You are?
Like, I know how it is.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
Come here.
Shut this bitch up.
I have a pie hole in the middle of my mouth.
Real? Not real. You just chat a lot, and I love it.
Okay, give me a compliment right now then.
You have very nice teeth.
Oh, fuck off, you weren't supposed to.
Right, fine, kill yourself then, I don't know.
Okay, let me.
No. Anyway, so there's this whole situation where they start getting closer. I can't actually remember how comfortable Gregory is with it. I think he's fucking egging it on, to be honest. Lainey comes out as bi, and Billy is meant to be Lainey's GF, not Anision's GF, just Lainey's GF, and Anision's like, I get it. The way he justifies it is that...
Wait, so Billy and Lainey are together?
Yeah.
Mr. Holt.
They get together. Like, I think, they fly Billy out and then they get together.
How old is Billy?
19.
Interesting. And Lainey's just gone, I'm not gay. I'm not bi.
A couple years later. We've skipped, I think maybe 2016 we're in now.
So how
maybe
old
not
is
actually.
Lainey?
Maybe 21.
Okay.
I'm not actually sure on the timeline here. We're just gonna say events now.
That's alright, sorry.
So Billy basically becomes Lainey's girlfriend. Lainey turns around, okay, and the way Anision justifies it is like, we married really young. I get it, you haven't had time to experiment and figure yourself out. I'm only into you. I'm monogamous to you. You can have a girlfriend. You can figure yourself out. We'll allow that. That's fine. We'll both share you, but we won't be together. Like Anision and Billy, no. Anision and Lainey, yes. Lainey and Billy, yes.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
An open relationship.
An open relationship, but with some rules, because Lainey wasn't comfortable sharing. This is where it gets fucking juicy. This is where you're going to be like, oh my god.
Okay.
Because
I feel prepped.
Billy is, I mean, Lainey's looking after those kids all day, and Ision's fucking screaming in his room, like, with wigs on, being like, I'm a banana, and, like, shit like that. Billy and Onision start getting closer. And Lainey's like, I feel, Lainey with low self-esteem, Lainey who developed anorexia to be with Onision, and cut their hair to be with Onision, and started, like, got the matching tattoos when they were only 18, and got married young, and has no idea who they are. Starts looking at it and being like, why are you suddenly getting closer? Why is Billy not acknowledging me when they're meant to be my girlfriend? Why are they only acknowledging my husband? And why is my husband not acknowledging me? Why is he only acknowledging my girlfriend when that wasn't the rule? Like, that wasn't what was thought out. Yeah, Billy starts ignoring Lainey. Lainey's like crying or something. I don't really know what she's doing during this time. Lainey, I think, was away in the house, and Onision. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Sorry, had to reorganize it.
That's alright. I'm here.
You're here. You're present. You're loving it.
Yes.
So Lainey, I think no, Billy and Onision were like cuddling or something. Onision texts Lainey and was like, oh no, okay, I've mixed it up. Sorry, I'm so sorry, I've mixed it up.
So me, bro. Shit.
Onision.
They know the story.
Okay, so Onision basically said something to Lainey that upset Lainey so much that Lainey packed up her
Fuck. Okay.
bug.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that fucking upsetting. I assume left with the kids.
Oh shit, they've got 2 kids.
They've got 2 kids. They
Fuck.
don't talk about the kids in all this when they're flying out random girls to sleep with.
Yeah, when they're talking about an open relationship. Girls.
Or
right.
whatever. Yeah. Flies out, leaves. Goes, okay, whatever. Whilst Onision and they is helping Lainey pack because Lainey's upset and Lainey's like, I can't fuck right now, get the fuck out of my face. Onision is basically like, and he admits to manipulating. He goes, I'm not going to do anything with Billy that I wouldn't do. Right. Fully knowing that he is trying to manipulate her and he admits to it in his videos. He literally goes, I was manipulating her. I was manipulating my wife because I wanted to be able to do what I wanted without breaking the rules. So I worded it in a way where I would, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll explain. Onision and Billy ended up cuddling.
How old is Greg?
Oh my god, like 30.
Okay, in his 30s.
Hang on, let me check.
Yeah. How old is he and then acting like a child?
Oh, I think he's 31.
And how old are the kids then? What year is this?
This is 2016. So one of them is a newborn.
And one of them's 2.
And one of them's 2.
Okay.
And they've flown out a random girl. How irresponsible. How genuinely irresponsible is that? Like, you have a newborn in the house.
Yeah.
Like, you have, like, a literal fucking baby.
Also, why you've given birth, nobody wants to have any time with a relationship or want to be in a relationship after birth.
But Onision has a sex addiction, we think. So it all comes out. It all comes out. So Onision basically texts Lainey being like, oh, Billy are cuddling. Because he asked Billy to cuddle. After turning around to Lainey, making her leave the house because she's upset, and going, oh, I won't do anything that I won't do with a friend. And then he also gives her a full body massage with massage oil whilst Lainey is out the house.
Why is Billy letting this happen?
Because Billy is upset, like, in love with Onision.
Right.
I don't know how, by the way. Have you seen Onision?
No.
Oh my god.
You told me not to Google anything, so I didn't.
Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like if Jane Dawson was a vampire.
He used to get compared to Shane Dawson.
He looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
It's like Richard. Tea crowd.
Oh, he does look like
What's
that.
his name?
I thought it was Richmond.
Richmond, yeah, what's his name?
Noel Fielding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a daughter called Darlie.
Does
Oh,
he?
Salvador Dali.
He-
Yeah, it's
I love that.
Dalhi.
Oh, I love that.
I think it's really DH.
Yeah.
Dyslexic. Those letters. Sorry, carry on.
So, yeah, gives Billy a full body massage. He texts Lainey basically being like, I'm really aroused right now.
He just texting her this shit after she's left in a storm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking rookie error, man. He's literally he's upset to cause a reaction. All for open communication.
So glad, grateful.
So, and this is fucking brilliant. Onision and Lainey start having Twitter. Rather than dealing with it over text, they have Twitter beef. The whole thing plays out on Twitter.
Perfect, so we've got a record of everything.
I mean, like, some of it was deleted, but obviously Wayback Machines and everything. It all plays out on Twitter, and it's literally Lainey being like, Lainey turns around during it and was like, they were never attracted to Billy. They aren't attracted to women. They just did this for male validation. They never even wanted a girlfriend. They just wanted like to have a family.
Why don't they just get together with the guy then?
She did. Onision. And it's basically kind of hinted at that Onision was like, no, you're bi. No, you're bi. No, you're bi.
So then they had to get a girlfriend.
You should. Oh, you're friends with this girl? Get a girlfriend.
Obviously, they're quite young as well.
And they would literally do anything for his approval. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so it's like this whole thing of like Lainey is tweeting this out, going, I never even wanted this. You literally gave her a full body massage. Like, you cheated.
Why is he telling her?
Why is he doing it?
Yeah, but like, why is he doing it? And then going, oh, I just gave Billy a full body massage with oils.
I think
like,
genuinely
babe.
it's to like I think it's to prove that like he will do whatever he wants and she just go along with it. I genuinely think. So there's like this whole thing. It all plays out on Twitter. They're going back and forth. Text messages are released. It's this whole fucking thing. Those are the highlights. He also, it's revealed, told Billy he loved her and then he kissed her. And it was meant to be like Billy was separate from Onision. And then, but they'd fallen in love. Fuck off. You at 31 is in love with a 19-year-old, you fucking grim cunt. You're grim. Like, disgusting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was kind of a thing. It was this whole situation of like Billy trying to sleep with Onision at different points, Billy trying to sleep with Lainey at different points, allegedly from their side of things. Whether it was just random people targeting the 19-year-old in that house, who knows? Who knows? Billy also had a friend called Aaliyah who would come and visit. Aaliyah was never involved with like their throuple, but would come visit Billy. There were multiple times.
Billy was like living there.
So Billy would come and stay. I think after this situation happened, they flew back home, and then Onision was like, when Onision and Lainey sorted it out again, and Lainey was already pressured the throuple, where it was open between all three of them now, and they could all three do what they wanted to each other whenever they wanted. I think then Billy came back.
Right.
And there are texts released basically where Onision was being like, you 100% want to come back? And Billy's like, yeah, I want it. I can handle it. Like, I want to be with you guys. Yeah. The climax event.
Oh my god, this isn't even right.
The big event. I've skipped some chapters. If you're interested, check out Cecil and McFly. I've said them a million times. Amazing deep dives. the climax. Billy smoked weed,
Right.
which is one of Onision's no rules. He doesn't like people who take drugs, drink, eat meat. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to sleep with anybody else apart from them. They're not allowed to live their own life.
A controlling cut.
Billy smoked weed. Billy smoked a little bit of weed. Onision found out and basically threw Billy out the house, yelled at her, berated her, sent his fans after her, and the conditions for letting Billy come back into the house, stopping the fans from attacking Billy, doing this, doing that, was that basically Billy would need to shave her head and dye it green.
What?
Fake tan orange, like orange. Get I'm a liar tattooed. And he wanted to chain her up in his basement. Because
What?
she smoked a little bit of weed. And he's dead serious. To a 19-year-old fucking girl at his age, he flew out that 19-year-old girl and he went, yeah, that's what, if you want to come back to my life, if you want me to stop sending my fans after you, if you said you loved us, right? Why wouldn't you do this for us? You need to earn it. You need to earn the relationship back by being a green fucking Oompa Loompa chained up in the basement with an ugly ass tattoo. And isn't it funny how he tattooed Shiloh and Lainey, and now he wants Billy to get tattooed? Shit.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. This poor 19-year-old girl is having like mental breakdowns on the internet, basically being like, please just leave me alone. Like, what the, please just leave me alone. And she is such like a softly spoken person as well. I remember watching these videos and being like, oh my God.
What the fuck? The fact that it's all happening over the fucking internet.
Because he's so much of a narcissist, he needs an audience.
God. That's just nuts that those things will come through your head. How controlling you must be.
Because he would get off on it. 100%. Do you not remember with Shiloh when he shaved her head completely?
Oh shit, yeah.
Like, and he made, instead of them both, Shiloh and Onision both getting matching tattoos, Shiloh got a tattoo for Greg with Greg's name on it, with Onision's name on her, and Onision chickened out. He wants his women branded and bold.
That's gonna be some sort of odd fucking kink.
I think it's genuinely just ownership. It's just complete fucking control.
So scary that someone can think like that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Baffling.
Why would you want someone to have to be like have no personality and be nobody chained in your fucking basement and you've still got a TV personality?
Yeah.
How? How?
Yeah.
You've taken every sense of her identity away from her and you're going off on that.
Yeah.
That fucking fucks with my head so much because how do people think like that?
Abusers will do anything to like degrade and just change their victim to be the exact opposite of what they are, literally just for that sense of control. And they are fucking desperate.
That's fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of anything worse of like making someone conform to me, sort of thing,
Yeah.
let alone stripping them of everything they are.
Every single bit
And
of their
getting off on
identity. Yeah, and getting off on it. How fucked.
That's really fucked.
So yeah, that was the whole thing. There was like an onslaught of abuse hurled at Billy. Aaliyah obviously was trying to back her friend. Fans attacked Aaliyah. It was, I think for, I don't even know how long, like months, it was just people attacking Billy. People calling her this, calling her that, just attacking her. And this poor girl's mental health was probably so fucking ruined because she got groomed. She's above the age of 18.
Yeah.
But she got taken into a house and just groomed.
Did she go to the basement then?
No,
shave her
I
head.
think she left after that. I think
Good.
that was the final straw. As far as I'm aware, I don't think she came back after that situation. I could be 100% wrong though, because from this point onwards, I didn't have enough time to research it. I'm just going off of memory as somebody who lived through it.
Right, okay.
We're going to introduce a new character.
Oh my god. How much of the story is left?
I would say we're coming up to the end. So, phone down for this. We're going to introduce a new character. I don't know the full details on how this character was met.
Wrinkles on my.
Oh my god, how? Oh.
Chub.
I don't know how this character met Lainey and Onision. I think it was again through social media. Because it was like a thing that they would fly out several girls, allegedly, into their house, sleep with them, see if it would work as a throuple, leave. They would leave. They would fly them back out.
Right.
Yummy, yum yum yum.
I love the acid.
So that was like a whole thing. Sarah was 16.
That's young.
And was a friend of Onision and Lainey. A friend, just a friend. I think Sarah was actually there during the Billy stuff. As far as I'm aware, they were all friends. It was like a little girl situation. But Lainey became, and this is really sad, Lainey became Sarah's legal guardian. At one point, I think Sarah didn't have the best home life. I'm not really sure what went down there, but took on legal ownership or legal guardianship of Sarah, and Sarah moved in. Yeah. So Sarah saw everything that was kind of happening with the Billy situation. I thought obviously was brainwashed at the age of 16, like, oh, her carers are like looking after her. Not carers, but like friends. Like her friends are looking after her. Escaped a bad situation. These people are looking after her. Put food on the table. They put a roof over her head. Like she's kind of living the YouTuber dream. She's like, oh, this is like what the hell? Team Lainey and Onision all the way. Second, and I mean second, the day Sarah turns 18, they take her upstairs. Her legal guardians, or one of them's her legal guardian. Lainey, who was groomed, becomes the groomer and grooms several girls. Billy being one, Sarah being another. I think there are a couple others that were flown out allegedly. You got goosebumps?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you actually do.
Fucking hell.
The day that Sarah turned 18, they slept with her.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So they didn't necessarily adopt the kid. I think they signed over legal forms so that Sarah could live with them for as long as they kind of needed, because Sarah wasn't getting looked after by her mum or something like that. It was a whole little situation. Not really sure. I watched a load of interviews on it, going off of memory. Yeah. Eventually, and I don't know how this happened, but Sarah left. I think Sarah kind of was like, that's actually really fucked up that that's together. That's actually really fucked up. And I feel like they talked about it, but I think they basically posted it online. They were like, I was under their not censorship, but like, we're gonna say guardianship. Under their guardianship, like I think temporary guardian had been transferred over to them while she was 16, living in their house.
Yeah.
When I turned 18, they slept with me. They came upstairs, they pressured me, sleeping with me. And having sex, yeah. Onision came forward and basically pressured her and sent her loads of emails being like, how dare you, after all we've done for you, after all we've given you, we gave you a roof over your head, we took you in when nobody else would, and you're coming forward and you're accusing us of that. You wanted to have sex with us. You pressured us. If anybody was raped here, it was us.
What? To an 18-year-old girl?
An 18-year-old girl. This man is like, I think, by the way, like 33 at this point.
Fucking hell.
And he's like, oh, no, you did that to us. Like, you did that to us. and she.
I'm actually surprised I didn't get an NDA, to be honest.
I don't think he's not smart enough to get actual like.
He
I
just
don't
rooms
know
and hopes for the best.
where he gets his legal advice from because he tries to create several contracts. During his divorce from Sky, he tried to create a contract for the divorce, which didn't hold up in court because it wasn't legally binding. During his obviously relationship with Shiloh, he had like a contract with Lainey. If it ever comes out, probably had a contract with Billy with the Take Me Back thing contract that she would have had to have signed. Sarah, he basically was like, if you want to be forgiven, come out of a statement saying you're lying, you're faking it, you're doing this, you're doing that. Sent his fans after her, pressured her into basically going, oh yeah, mate, I was wrong. I was wrong. And if that happens to like outside of the internet, if that happens, it's, what is it, witness intimidation?
Yeah, something like that. Can't prove evidence.
Yeah. But Anision goes, no, you admitted it was wrong. You admitted you lied. You admitted you actually raped us. After he pressured her into it.
I don't even know how that would be possible.
You have a 16-year-old move in with you. You spend so much fucking time with her, practically every single day with her. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, but like, oh, you're 18 now, but you raped us. No. Literally no. You groomed her. And then she realised and she exposed your crusty, musty, dusty, fucking unwashed ass.
Yeah.
To
the internet, and then now you're like, no, take it back.
No, you did that. You did that to us. So, and this is funny. This is kind of funny, but it brings on a whole load of controversy. You haven't seen To Catch a Predator, have you?
No.
So there was a guy called Chris Hansen, and his catchphrase is "Take a seat with Chris Hansen." He had a show, I believe, documentary, but it was like an American show where him and his team would pose as 13-year-old girls in chat room and younger, and would catfish men and be like, okay, yeah, come in the house. Like, come over. If you want to have sex with me, tell me all the dirty things you want to do to me, come over. Come over, bestie. And then he would go, take a seat. And they would go, oh my God, I'm on this TV show. And he would interview
live.
them. Like, not live, recorded. And then he would hand over all the information he gathered to them. He would record them and be like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
That's such a cute little idea.
Yeah, hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but like,
Perfect.
great TV.
Yeah.
Great TV. He got in touch. He heard of the story. He got in touch with Sarah. And he was like, because he's known to catch predators, he was like, you're a victim.
You're a victim.
You're a victim. He goes, you're a victim. Let's collab.
Right,
Let's
nice.
collab. His career was flopping. It was on the fucking floor. He owed a lot of people some money, but that wasn't out yet. And he basically was like, let's collab. He got in touch with every single one of Anision's ex-partners and interviewed them on a podcast, and he released that shit weekly, I think.
Oh my God. But Anision had no idea.
No, he saw it. He saw it. He tried to send fake cease and desist. He tried to sue and get harassment charges. He was like, because he's a narcissist, he can't handle anybody critiquing his image, critiquing his self-image, countering anything. He can't handle it. He can't hack it. So he was like, no, this isn't true. This isn't like blah, 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 blah. Went all fucking attack mode. But at this point, oh my God. Wait, so like people started clocking on, being like...
But she said that, and then she said that.
But
that, and then
this girl said this one.
They said that one.
Wait, so Sky came forward and said that you did this to her, and then Shiloh said the same thing, and then Adrian also said the same thing, and then Billy said the same thing, with Aaliyah backing her up. And now Sarah, who we've watched for so many years, is also saying the same thing.
There's got to be...
Maybe it's not the women here. Maybe it's the fucking link that's holding them all together.
The common denominator.
The common denominator. So people, like, obviously his content was always controversial. He'd been flopping for a fucking while now. His flop era, basically, he started flopping from 2009 onwards.
Nice.
He had a couple hits when he first remarried Lainey. People watched him for the drama and the controversy. they're out, they're gone, they've skedaddled. Chris Hansen goes through, interviews everybody. Shiloh obviously gets involved in a load more drama again, where she's just Shiloh. She's just Shiloh, and she goes back on her word 1 minute and she goes forward on it the next. She's Shiloh. Teen pop star, give her a break.
Yeah.
It's really dark, those interviews, and they hurt. And he basically goes, I'm gonna create an expose. I'm gonna pair up with oh my god, is it documentary or is it National Geographic? The people, the American company that makes documentaries.
Discovery?
Oh, Discovery! Yeah, pairs up with Discovery, and they go, okay, let's make an expose on Onision.
Nice.
Nice. They contact people who had been like Strange Eons and Mr. Repsion, who had made reaction content to him, analyzing him, coming for him. Bless you.
That's brilliant.
Who had been calling him out for years. He tried to knock on Onision's house, on his door, and Onision called the cops on him, and he included that recording in it.
Perfect.
Of Onision calling the cops and
the 911 call.
Yeah, and Onision, the operator, being like, "Oh, do they have weapons?" And he's like, "No, he has a camera crew." There was also it wasn't the actual call, it was the like the little scripts, the manuscript, little
transcripts.
Thank you so much, you're so helpful. This is a participation.
Takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango and to discuss Onision.
For someone who doesn't know it.
And there is actually a transcript of an 911 call of when Onision's daughter, the youngest child.
And how old is she at this point?
I have no idea. Okay. Fell out of like a 3-story window, and instead of calling an ambulance, he called the police to make sure he didn't do anything wrong. Why there's only a screen on a window to start with? How did she get out of the window? She's young. I think she's maybe 3 or 4.
And why would you call the cops to make sure you didn't do anything before dealing with that after she's been taken care of?
Yeah.
Shit in hell. For someone who fucking loves children, he takes care of them.
No, he doesn't take care of them. He breeds them and that's it.
No, as in like he grooms them.
Yeah, he breeds them.
He loves the kids.
Loves the kids.
And
that's his own.
And then they resign and he doesn't take care of them.
Yeah. And it kind of, there's a whole controversy around basically Onision. Onision starts attacking Sarah, and he's still attacking Sarah. We're almost up to date now. Onision is attacking Sarah, basically being like, oh, but like she asked for more money for a laptop, and then you guys raised her money, and then she bought a laptop with it, because hers is being used for an investigation, because Chris Hansen took it in for an investigation, and then he didn't actually use like an old FBI contact, and like nothing's really happening with that, and instead he just created this documentary for money where he basically presented himself as like somebody who came in and just swept this whole investigation away and was just solving the crime, rather than something that's been going on for years and he's just like interviewing people.
So did he actually release it?
He released a documentary. I think he had to pay for it.
Oh.
And it was literally just a money grab.
That's
But
annoying.
he is currently going to court. He is currently fighting in court, I think, against Sarah, and I think other women are actually pressing charges against him.
Wait, Anicio, not Chris Hansen.
Anicio, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So let me have a quick Google. But I think Onision court, I think that's where we are.
So it's still been discussed in court at the moment.
As of the 9th of October, I believe, they are talking about it in court. Onision and Lanybot were named in a lawsuit in October 6th in California under the Trafficking Victim Protection Reauthorization Act. Blah blah blah.
Look at that kid's neck.
So it's basically like it's a civil action for damages and like for grooming and stuff like that, and then It's not loading properly. Hang on. So, the complaint, I think, is this is a civil action for damages against YouTube and its parent company, Google. James Jackson, known online as Onision, and Lucas Jackson, formerly known online as Laney and Kai, now goes by Lucas Jackson. Lucas also came out. Okay, so Laney came out as trans during this, which was the whole thing of like, are they actually trans or is it Onision kind of forcing them this box?
Yeah.
There were also loads of controversies where Onision was rating underage viewers' bodies and faces in like forums, and people were like, "How is he still on YouTube?
Yeah.
He's made videos about cutting. He's made videos about rape and rape apology. How is he still on YouTube?"
Good point. Talk about that.
Which is
YouTube
why
gods.
there is a lawsuit actually against YouTube. Like, YouTubers are being included in the lawsuit for allowing 2 adult predators to groom vulnerable children because they were targeting. And I can actually give you the link to the case
Fuck me.
because it's here. I'm reading the lawsuit as we speak, of like what people are claiming. I don't actually know what's happening with that.
Do you have a picture of him in court?
Oh, at court, he wore a bulletproof vest to court.
Fucking hell! I do not need to see that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And that's my story. That's Onision. That's the law of Onision.
That is so fucked, and so fucked that he didn't just get cancelled.
No, it's not
Like, crazy that we have like this cancel culture that everyone talks about all the time.
all cancel culture.
And he
Ooh.
fucking didn't even get touched by it.
He got
and he's
can-
touched up kids.
He got cancelled multiple times. It does nothing.
No, isn't like that would have raised enough awareness for YouTube to be like, okay, see you later. No, you're not on my platform.
No,
anymore.
people were literally signing petitions at one point to try and get him off the platform so many times because he gave so many people anorexia. He encouraged people to self-harm. He was horrid. He groomed kids. There are more women out there who haven't come forward yet who he was grooming or like would fly out for like the occasional weekend.
Hey, that's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts that he didn't get caught
It's fucking
earlier.
It's terrifying that he didn't get caught.
Yeah.
It's terrifying that it took this long because the signs are literally right in front of people. Everybody been saying, nobody been listening.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's what it is.
Nobody
Nobody
been
a lot of
listening.
talking, but nothing's really coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Sky was saying since the very beginning. Skylar was saying since the very beginning. Adrian said they all got pressured by his audience, by the media, to shut the fuck up about it and to disagree and to just agree with him and to tell people that what they did was wrong.
But they were abused. Oh,
Yeah.
Sick of saying that.
And then
People just need to fucking stop shutting your mouth.
yeah.
What's gonna happen? Like, what shit's gonna happen if you shut up? Like, what? Why are you not standing up? And yes, you are just a little man in this, but why do you not stand up and say what's been happening? Because that is the sort of character he is. Whether he's displaying that character or not, that's who he is. That's so fucking horrible that people would make the girls feel, or the other people feel that they can't tell what's been happening just because he's a TV personality.
Well, he's not even a TV personality, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is like, just because he's a personality on the internet,
People are like,
why
oh
are you
no.
fucking scared of him? What's he got behind him? An army? No, fuck off then.
No, but it was...
You've got the police behind you. You've got
But
all the
they
other
don't.
fucking girls.
No,
If he's
but-
done it to you, he's done it to others.
Yeah,
Always
but
know that.
it wasn't like that at all. That's a bad mentality to have.
No,
wasn't
but it just
that.
like, it pisses me off that people, as in, like, the people that are oppressing them,
Oh,
telling
the
them to shut
audience,
up.
yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like, no, you can't talk about it. No, you can't say any of this. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
But
Like,
they don't believe the victims. That's why that's the whole thing about believing victims. They don't believe the victims because the way that he would explain and watch the videos, or the way he would explain it in the videos was like, I checked the law, this happened. If you look at this piece of evidence here, which we have random screenshots random day, they agreed to this. This then happened, this then happened. I'm honest. I'm the honest YouTuber. And he would
that's where the narcissism comes in.
He would make people feel good and manipulate them. And he
I
would
think
manipulate his
narcissists just need to be locked up.
Yeah.
straight off.
Yeah.
Get diagnosed as a kid and pay your fuck.
There should be some type of blood test that you can take that shows if you're a narcissist or not. Like science.
They cannot be amongst us.
No, they cannot.
No.
If
God.
you've survived a narcissist, same. I'll drink to that.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna pee, and then I'm gonna put the kettle on.
You're gonna pee, put the kettle on.
Well, I'm gonna put the kettle on, then I'll pee.
Okay.
And then we'll get ready to tell.
Oh my God.
We can chat a little bit between. So guys, it's like an ad break, but
Ad break.
we don't do ads.
We don't do ads here. If you keep saying I'm a narcissist, dude, that's a long word. I don't know what that is. Oh no, I just keep saying you're dyslexic. But yeah, that was Onision. That was Fog's reaction to Onision for the first time. I think she's genuinely traumatized. If you're scrambling about trying to justify you're technically not breaking the law, you're defo up to no good. I just want to know. I just want to talk to his lawyers. I just need a word. Excuse me? I just need a fucking word for a minute. Because, first of all, how are you doing this? Second of all, what's the literal fuck dog? How are you doing this? Flick's talking, but she's peeing at the same time. I don't know what she's saying. That's not my business. Okay, hear me out, guys. I'm a lawyer, and my client approaches me saying, hey, I'm gonna sleep with a 17-year-old. I'm like, late 20s, close to 30. Is this legal in this state? I mean, yeah, you're technically not breaking the law, but I wouldn't do it. It's probably grooming. Like, how are you sat here taking this man's money and just listening to him go, oh, is it illegal if I literally fuck this child? Yes. And if it's not, yes, please.
Oh, yes.
Yar. Can I have 2 sugars, please? Hello? We'll see if she remembers. Yeah, how fucking crazy and insane and crazy is that, by the way? Like, I want to throw up thinking about it, because what the hell, dog? What's the literal fuck, dog? How are you doing this? Yeah. But anyway, that was Onision. It was kind of scrambled and jumbled. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. I did. Also, my YouTube video has 64 views and 10 likes in 2 hours.
Whoop, whoop,
Whoop, whoop. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Sorry, I'm here.
Oh, I feel so sad that Flick has to know all this now.
Yeah, me. No.
Well, I'm gonna find a very interesting... I need, like, some sort of, like, relationship, internet history thing to talk about next. Because we're doing a Valentine's Day episode.
Ah.
She's unsing right now. So you need to think about a story to do with love, and so do I. I need an internet history story of love. I was thinking like PewDiePie and Marzia, because that one turned out well, but I don't think that's really interesting at all. It's not. So I'm trying to think of like a good little romance. What's a good little romance on the internet that's like good, important lore? I enjoyed the story. Well, Froggy, again, I keep saying it. Cecil McFly does deep dives. She has been doing them for like 5-6 years now, and she's still going. She's only released the Billy one like 2 months ago. Go deep dive. Also check out Strange Eons, obviously. I was gonna say Dan and Phil, but I realized they're not a couple. They're a couple, no? No, they're a couple. They literally bought a house together. And they lived together in their 30s. Well, they had a whole set as a department. Like they had a whole apartment that was literally a set. I think that I'm gonna be honest. I think they're together. Alfie and Zoella, yeah, but is that like an interesting tea? Ooh, did you guys ever watch like Dodie and like Jack Howard and Hazel Hayes and stuff? Because I know Jack Howard and Hazel Hayes have like some interesting history, but I don't know how I feel about talking about that. because that's less interesting and more like all speculation, not actual lore. I'm gonna avoid that. God, what's like a BritTube has some interesting characters. I feel like Flick, did you watch BritTube? Like
No.
Joe Sugg and that?
Oh, yeah.
Folks to Sugg.
I watched Joe Suck, but I didn't watch
Okay.
Oh, I watched Suck Casperly.
Casper Lee, yeah, that makes sense. Casper Lee? Really?
Yeah. Then Joe Suck literally was like, watch.
You thought Casper Lee was fit?
Yeah.
Wait, there are speculations. I thought they were just together and then broke up and it was fine. Oh no, like they've gotten together and broken up so many times, and they were like low key. I think Jack Howard like cheated on her a couple times, but like that's not my business.
That's tea.
Fog's the bug. My attention is so split tonight. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD. I want to know the stuff. Wait for me to put it up on YouTube. Hee hee hee. Tee hee tee. Also, Josh, I uploaded on YouTube. You should check it out. Also, thank you for the tea.
It's okay. It might taste like dishwater. You know when you squeeze the tea bag out and you're like, this is going to be dishwatery? That's what happened.
I've never thought of that in my life.
Okay, but you don't make dishwatery tea, that's why. My tea tastes like dishwater. Like dirty dishwater. Yeah, doesn't it? Today, I thought it was, I had a feeling.
I can just taste the sugar. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't understand how you make bad tea. I don't get it because I've seen you make it and we make it the exact same.
Yeah, it just
And
doesn't
it
fuck.
just doesn't. I think it's your story time.
My story time.
I think it's time for me to eat.
Oh my god, yeah, it's fucking time for you to eat. Okay, so my story time is a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's because I didn't want to, there's lots of notes, but it's because I didn't want to miss anything out, because the details are important. So, I'm going to chat about Spygate.
I know little bits about this, but I'm so interested in this because I've never gotten like the full details.
So, Spygate is basically the synopsis is that Ferrari data, this is F1 by the way.
We're talking F1.
Ferrari data was leaked to McLaren and shit went fucking down.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing where you can't obviously talk to other teams.
Mm-hmm.
And it fucked shit over and it made like new clauses and stuff in the racing handbook.
Okay. Tell me everything.
Okay. Alonso. This is why I hate Alonso.
Enemy number one, by the way. I hate him because he's racist towards Lewis Hamilton.
I hate him because of everything he fucking stands for. This is also so, at this point, there's a lot of players as they come up. If you don't understand, please write so I can reiterate. Because there's a lot of players you won't know. Even you won't know, because they're obviously not in the fucking sport anymore. Some of them, however, are still in the sport, and I do get onto that, as to why the fuck are they still there? As in, like, people are still there now.
Like Alonso.
As in, like, people that had to pay fines because of what they did.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, hundreds of thousands of fines. And they were, like, still in F1 at the moment. Still doing a fucking job as a chief of something. Anyway, that's the point. But, so Alonso and this was why I don't like Alonso. Not just, so let's just preface this, though there's a lot of different things. So Alonso had been in a few years before this, this all takes place in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Years before this, Alonso is involved in something called Crashgate. So
Brilliant.
Crashgate is where in Singapore, I think it was in 2005 or something like that, I don't really know when. In Singapore, there's a race. And Alonso is racing for Renault at this point. And so is... Why has his name gone from my head? Who else races for Renault? Who did it? PK.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson PK.
Yeah.
We don't like
No.
Nelson PK.
No.
We don't like Nelson PK. Not just because of what he did, but because he's a fucking racist. And he's banned from the paddock for being racist. And
Fucking
his
cunt.
daughter, Kelly PK, is the one that had the baby with Danny Kivat and also is now with Max Verstappen. And we don't like Max. So we don't like the PKs.
Can I just say, Max Verstappen stole his missus and his seat.
But, so, Nelson PK,
Mm-hmm.
Singapore. So, it's a big race.
Mm-hmm.
And, it might have been in the 90s. Anyway, big race, and a big race for Fernando. Fernando had to win at Singapore.
Right.
And he's rocking like 17th in the pack. They've all just pitted a few laps before for tyres, but his tyres are a little bit shit, so he needs something to put him ahead to get onto the podium,
Right.
which is 1, 2, and 3. And so for him to get on the podium, he needed something good. And as he needs something good, 2 laps after they've all changed their tyres, PK fucks into the wall. On a straight.
On a straight, just
Fucks it into
the wall.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so crazy. How is that even possible?
And that race won Fernando. Oh, this must have been 06. It must have been the year before. Won him the championship. So he is like, that is my race, blah, 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 blah. And then it comes out later. Or no, it doesn't win the championship. Or maybe like puts him towards championship contender. And then and then he comes out later. I think they fire PK or something happens.
They get rid of him after that season.
Yeah, they get rid of him after that season. So PK comes out and is like, well, I fucked into the wall on purpose.
They told me to.
No, so then he was like, so he was like, oh, well, the owner told me to, Simmons told me to, Pat Simmons. And he was like, and then Pat Simmons was like, no, like, you said you would fuck it into a wall. We never told you to do that. And he was like, no, it was team orders. He's like, no, you fucking did that. It was team orders. But neither of them, dispute the fact that it wasn't
a plan.
It was planned. Because after the race, the stewards were like, ding, the FIA, that's fucked. That shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason he should fuck into the wall. No reason. So it was investigated. The investigation came to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, but then PK was like, no, I fucked into the wall on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Oopsies. We needed Alonso to win. Right? So after this, Renault is then kicked. They have like a ban from F1. They were fined, all kinds of stuff. And neither of them can race for Renault. So Alonso needs a new team. Alonso then, this must have been way before, actually, remember that 04. And then in 2007, Alonso is in McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
And along comes a rookie named Lewis Hamilton. And this is where we get into Spygate. So, Fernando hates Lewis.
Yeah.
Because he is a very good rookie. Like, this is going to be his first season in F1. And he's like, he's like, fuck off, like, why are you the favourite? I should be the fucking favourite. McLaren don't really like Alonso because of the shit that he would do. He probably formulated the plan with Simmons for Spygate, for Crashgate.
Yeah.
It was probably his idea. He's a cunt.
He's a little bit of a cunt.
Let's get into Spygate.
I'm so excited. Okay, bitch, I'm turning. I'm gonna go for a half angle today.
So imagine this.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
you work in a copy shop.
Right.
It's 2007.
Love it.
It's like May-ish time. It's like
Mhm.
2007. And you're an avid F1 fan. Watch the F1 every weekend.
Yeah.
And you buy where McLaren's headquarters are. Like, you like McLaren, but you love Ferrari. Ferrari's your favourite team. So you're copying shit. You pop this thing through for a woman named Trudy Coughlin.
Right, yeah.
So Trudy Coughlin.
My bestie.
Yeah, she pays for it all, or 780 pages of copying to put onto discs, right?
Fucking hell.
Which is like a thing, because obviously it's all transferring onto paper to digital, that sort of points. It's very common thing for you to do. But as you're copying them, realise the Ferrari emblem at the bottom. And you're like, what the fuck? And then, so you read them a little bit. And then you're like, these are like official documents that probably shouldn't come through a copy shop.
Yeah.
So you go on a little Google, whatever Google was at that point, and you find the top person in Ferrari that you can find.
Still Google, but yes.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to find something.
Yeah.
I wasn't really there. And you come across Stefano Di Micali, who at this point was the sporting director. And you say, hey, this has come through the coffee shop.
Like just your email or like number?
Like emailed.
Okay.
And you are like a 16-year-old boy, by the way.
Oh.
You're like a 16-year-old boy. And
what a real one, by the way.
So Demicali receives this email and it's like, oh, fucking shit. Right. And that's how we get into it.
That's the beginning.
So that's not the beginning. That's how it gets uncovered. Because it gets resolved And then he sends his email, and then goes, "Oh fucking shit!" Started again.
Oh.
So he took this down. This was this guy from the coffee shop.
Yeah.
He fucked it up.
How?
Because it was all happy and smiley before that. Then this happened, and they're like, "Oh, we have to reopen the investigation," and then they found him all fucking guilty. So, in the 90s, there's a guy called Nigel Stepney.
Yep.
And Stepney is in charge of the mechanics in Ferrari. He got them through, he was known as being like the guy that got them into the good part of the 90s. So obviously they won between 99 and 04. They got all 5 championships.
Yeah.
Schumacher. He was known to be very close to Schumacher, close with Ross Brawn, who set up Brawn GP, and someone else. I can't remember the other guy. But anyway, so they all worked together and amazing at this car in mechanics, but he doesn't have a degree.
Right.
He's smart, he's got what he wanted, but he's English and he works for an Italian team and they're very Italian.
Yeah.
Very sticklers for the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. So he was like known for being a good guy and a good mechanic.
Yeah.
Doing what he needed to do, and he was chief mechanic obviously. So in 06, Schumacher leaves, and then Brawn goes on a hiatus. It's like, I'm gonna take some stress. Because we've won 5 championships, Schumacher's now going, we're not going to win the next one, so what? You don't really need me here for now.
Let me have a breather.
I'll have a breather. And then he never comes back, and then he goes for a new team.
What team do you go to?
That's like Brawn GP.
Oh.
So that's what he does.
That's
Anyway,
what he's up to. Yeah.
Yeah, so once Schumacher leaves instead of Ross, he then applies to be technical director. Not technical directors are, right?
Yep.
So he goes from mechanics to technical director, which isn't it's a completely different,
It's a bit of a jump.
yeah, it's a completely different career step. They're sideways steps, but you normally need to have some sort of experience within the technical field to become a technical director. You don't normally go up through mechanics.
Yeah.
But he went in as a normal mechanic and grew up to chief mechanic. So Ferrari has he's gone up through the ranks.
Really
But
matched him.
yeah. So then he assumed he's going to get the technical director job because of all the shit that he's done for Ferrari. And when the Ferrari don't pick him to be technical director, they pick another guy, Mario, what's his name? Mario Armando. Because he didn't qualify, they put in Mario, and so because of that, he's like, oh fuck Ferrari then, all I've fucking done for you, and the least you could do is give me a fucking promotion. I'm like, not really. You haven't got a degree in the degree. Like, you haven't got a degree.
You haven't got experience in the thing that you need experience for.
Exactly, and you can't really go into a team with Ferrari.
A square don't fit in a circle, babe.
No, like you could have gone to like some shit team at that point.
Yeah.
Or like sat in like it could have been that you just sat in a shit team for a bit and then you could have built up through other teams, but no, you can't. That's not a thing for you know, Ferrari. Considering Ferrari is a very good team at this point. This was the beginning of their downfall. Both of them.
Why would you leave Ferrari?
Well, he didn't opt to leave.
Obviously, but like, why would
Schumacher retired, Ross went on stress leave.
Yeah, but why would you? What? Just fucking job, babes.
What do you mean?
As in, like,
Nigel, yeah.
Just don't why are you fuck Ferrari? Don't fuck Ferrari. Be happy with Ferrari.
Exactly. So he doesn't do that. He does the opposite. He goes on air in an interview in February before the season started, because the season starts March 1st.
Yeah, obviously.
Back when they had 10 races.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, so I'm looking for other jobs. On air. Haven't told Ferrari. He's like, yeah, so like I'm not really improving and this isn't really my environment that I want to stay in. So I'm looking on air. So because of this,
savage breakup tax.
So Ferrari decided you can't really do that. So they didn't sack him because they couldn't sack him because of all that he did and like all like the deals and stuff that they've got with him or whatever. They couldn't pay him out of contract sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So they were like, you're just gonna be grounded.
You're going time out.
Yeah, so he couldn't fly with them as chief mechanic, what he was supposed to be. They were like, yeah, you can just stay in our HQ. That's where you are today.
Oh, they done us grounded him.
They grounded him.
They were like, no TV, no phone,
as in, like, grounded,
no
like,
going
no
out.
flights.
I was joking.
But yeah, you know what? Yeah, no TV.
You know what? I was joking,
Okay.
but it's okay because you didn't get it.
Anyway, So they wanted to just dilute his power, basically.
Yeah.
They wanted to make him feel worthless and make him be nothing within the team. So then when he finally left, he didn't really have any idea of what was going on, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because everything's very secretive.
Yeah.
That's the
Very
point.
hush hush, of course.
Very hush hush. So May 7th, we have 4 Grand Prix in. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is May. And so we are the week before Monaco.
Yeah.
And then white powder is found outside the car, around the car in the paddock. And
white powder?
yeah, it's like the Friday before, so that they're getting ready, and they're like, and obviously Ferrari are fucking tight on their security. They're like, where the fuck has this come from?
Is it like
and then they search everyone. No, they search everyone, and they find it's Nigel Stepney. It's got it on him. Police find it in the fuel tank and in the exhaust.
What is it? What kind of powder is it? Like chalk?
I don't know.
Because when
They
you said
didn't
white
say.
powder, I was like, oh,
I was thinking
sniff.
but then it's not. It's
not.
something else. I think it's to stop the car running smoothly so it breaks down. Basically, so he's needed. Because obviously he could be in Monaco because it's quite close.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah.
He tried to sabotage them so he could be needed.
Exactly. In and around the fuel tank, blah, blah, blah. So within 2 weeks of Monaco, they've decided to open up an investigation against him.
Yeah.
2 weeks after that investigation started, he's fired. Chopped off. He's done. So this is after the French Grand Prix, and this is the statement released by Autosport from Ferrari with quotation. So Autosport say, Ferrari announced it's recently presented a case against Nigel Stepney, an engineer and an engineer from Vodafone McLaren Mercedes team, with the modern tribunal convening of theft of technical information. So they've gone, this fucking powder is not something that Nigel would get. It's not his sort of cup of tea. There's someone else who put it up to him.
He's not a fan of the sniff.
No. So then they're like, okay, let's see. And then they found someone in McLaren that has sort of been conspiring with him.
Oh.
Autosport come out and release that it's a guy called Mike Coughlin, Trudy Coughlin's husband.
Mike Coughlin is nuts. Sorry.
So Trudy's the one that got the papers copied. She was the one in the copy shop. And it's her husband who works at McLaren.
Oh.
I forgot to find what he did at McLaren. Anyway, High Court was proceeded for May 10th. And Coughlin had 1 day to submit an affidavit of all the events of his.
1 day?
1 day.
Oh, they wanted to fuck him up.
Yeah. On the same day, then McCarley received that fucking email. So Coughlin said, shit, and shit. Let me get my wife to copy these things. And within that same day, Ferrari get the email being like, this is what's happening. Then they're like, okay, shit, we can release a statement because we know who it is.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking boy in the coffee shop.
That boy in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was that they made a direct connection so they could have a search warrant, and that meant Coughlin had to cooperate fully.
Yeah.
And then so Coughlin could cooperate fully and have an investigation within McLaren, and then Ferrari could have the investigation within themselves rather than go to High Court.
Yeah.
So then the Ferrari could take it internally, and then so they were off the hook because technically Coughlin's got the information from Stepney and Stepney's fired.
Yeah.
That's where it ends. Ferrari's like, that's where it ends. We don't have any fucking. He spread out information, but it's done. We fired the guy.
Listen,
you guys can deal with Coughlin.
Yeah. He literally went, that's not my circus, not my monkeys.
Not my circus, not my monkeys, yeah.
Wiped his hands.
So the McLaren internal investigation showed that no one besides Coughlin knew that the information was released to him. So only Coughlin had the information that was sent from Ferrari. So Stepney gave the information to Coughlin in McLaren.
Yeah. And
only Coughlin saw the information. That's what McLaren's investigation turned over.
Right.
And then so that was what they released. They were like, fine, that's fine. And then McLaren provided blueprints of the car and everything to the FIA and anyone who fucking asked to be like, we didn't use the information. The information was on there, we didn't fucking use it. Like, look at our car, we didn't use it.
Yeah.
So like, how could we like? So we didn't use the information. So like, even if we did have it, like, what we didn't benefit from it.
Yeah. What's the point?
Which is fine because, that we'll get into that later. Then July 26th, the FIA agreed that McLaren that the McLaren used nothing, and then McLaren's investigation was true. Their conclusion was fine.
It's over. Done. Yeah.
Yeah. So no data was used, and nothing could be tied to the design that Ferrari released to them. So, but Ferrari was so cooperative with all this that they were fuming that the FIA didn't find them, because they thought that McLaren were in breach of Article 151C of the Sporting Code, which states that any fraudulent conduct or any act of prejudicial, how do you say the word? Like prejudice, but
Prejudicial.
Yeah, that one.
We'll go with it.
To the interest of any competition or in the unrest of motorsport generally. Basically, what that means that if you share information,
Yeah,
you're fucked. Like, you don't share information,
you're done.
Like,
you're fucked.
you can't talk to your competitors.
Yeah.
And you can't conduct fraud.
Okay.
Right. Any sort of fraudulent conduct not accepted.
You're done. Yeah. You're out.
But Ferrari were annoyed that they were in breach of this because they had committed fraud. They had information of the competitor, but they weren't fined. They weren't punished at all. So then they're like, well, if they're not punished, why couldn't we do the same thing?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have McLaren's information
and just
not do anything with it?
Yeah.
But like, there should be some sort of thing on it. So then they're pissed off. And then this investigation takes 3 Grand Prix to complete. And within these 3 Grand Prix, you have, so in August 1st, Ron Dennis, who is in charge of McLaren,
Right.
then says Ferrari cheated Australia. So Australia was the first race of the season. He, during this investigation, he goes, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Ferrari cheated right at the beginning of the season. So, like, technically, what, they in breach of it, so let's just call it a day.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was information that Stepney, the guy from Ferrari that was fired, gave Dennis.
Oh, okay.
So then you're like, oh, so you're speaking.
Oh, so you're
chatting. Yeah. Then August 4th, the next race, for the next race is Hungary. And in quali, Hamilton and Alonso are comparing times, they're just chatting. Then Q3 comes round and Hamilton's in front.
Yeah.
And I should show you this video because it's fucking stupid.
What is it?
I'll explain this in a sec. So Hamilton's in front, and then so he's like ahead, so his timings are better. So they've got a set Q3 times.
Yeah.
At this point, the bits of like Q1, Q2, Q3 are quite short.
Yeah.
In comparison to what they are now. So everyone pits at 2 minutes 30 to get their formation lappy sort of thing in, their out lap, and then set a time right before. So they go. The idea is that you go through the start finish line.
Yeah.
Just as it hits like 2-3 seconds to the end, so you can get that last lap in.
Yeah.
So as long as you're past that start finish line to start your lap, you can do it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not out of time, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long you take to do the lap. That doesn't count. That's fine. But so everyone comes in 2 minutes 30 because you want to change your tyres and then you want to fuck off and do it one fuck.
Yeah.
Everyone decides to pit, so they stack. This is Alonso ahead of Hamilton, just how it is. So Alonso's in the pit, is getting his tyres changed. And the pit crew hold him for 20 seconds after they finish his tyres. Apparently, to give him clear air. But the steward said, no, that's not fucking true. No one was on track. Everyone was either in the pits or behind on track. No one was on track. The air was clear for all 20 seconds. And then, after they give him the pit crew give him the go-ahead to go, he then sits there 10 more seconds before he leaves. Just enough time, he gets his out lap and his time lap in, and Hamilton doesn't set a time lap because he doesn't finish in time.
Yeah.
He doesn't cross the line in time because Alonso held him there.
Alonso.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was like a whole thing.
I'd just like to say, by the way,
yeah, so-
like F1 in F1 speed, a 20-second stop is about 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
another 10 seconds you're sat. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So
8,
you
9,
have
10.
about 50, 60 laps in a race, and 20 seconds is probably about half a lap.
Yeah, like that's an insane amount of time to just be sat there.
Yeah, sat there.
That's
Your tyres are cold.
unheard of. Your
Yeah.
tyres are cold.
Lots of shit. Alonso's an arse.
Literally, just pretend to fuck around with a screw if you're gonna cover him like
it's because
that.
they're both going for the championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
On his rookie year, okay, Hamilton.
Because he won the year after.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's a good rookie.
He's
That's
such
the
a good
problem.
rookie.
And Alonso hates him. So you know that the time gets down, blah blah blah. So and then this means that his lap means that he was on pole. So Alonso got pole.
Oh.
But Dennis was pissed off. He was like,
Yeah.
"Don't fucking fight. No fucking fighting, right?"
No fucking fighting. Yeah.
And so then, but he was pissed off more because Hamilton, during one of the quality sessions before, had Hamilton had said no to a team order. So the team order was to let Alonso through, and he was like, no, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that's why Alonso then stopped him going through, because he was like, well, you didn't fucking let me earlier, like I'm gonna hold you up, right? Being an arse. But Dennis is pissed because he needs all the championship points he can get, so then McLaren can win the Constructors' Championship, as well as one of their drivers winning the
Because
Drivers'
why would you
Championship.
want to just fuck around? Just behave.
Yeah, just fucking behave, right? So he's pissed
Literally.
off at everyone.
Yeah.
The FIA reviewed this and said, yeah, Alonso, you have a grid penalty. He started in 6th.
Okay.
And then the team was penalised 1 championship point.
Only one.
Well, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, it's quite a lot.
But, yeah.
And that's why this is so important for later.
Okay.
1 championship point is what they're penalised.
For that little
For that little stint, 1 championship point.
One Ferrari or McLaren, like not Ferrari, weren't McLaren stopped for any points for fraud thing? So
No.
literally
Because that's still under investigation.
Oh, okay, still under investigation. Okay, I'm on board. I get it.
So that investigation's finished.
Oh right.
That investigation. Yeah. No, yes, that investigation finished. They were like, okay, well, McLaren didn't use any of the information. Ferrari have got rid of the mole.
It's over.
Fine.
Yeah.
The information didn't go anywhere, doesn't really matter.
But they got deducted 1 point.
Yeah, 1 championship point, McLaren. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the morning of this race, I can't remember where they were. Anyway, so the morning of this race, Alonso went to Ron Dennis and threatened him. And he was like, I don't know what the threat was. Basically, that he was like, the outcome was that Alonso will tell the FIA about the conversations that Alonso had with Coughlin. And so then he was like, I will tell them about that, about the car and about the Ferrari information, because and so then because the FIA were completely unaware that McLaren had been lying to them the whole fucking time. Yeah.
Are you serious?
The whole fucking time. So Coughlin had actually been giving information to the drivers, and they'd been relaying the information. That's what came out. That's not what happened, but that's what came out.
Right.
So Dennis then, the head of McLaren, goes to Max Mosley, Nazi.
The Nazi, yeah, got it.
That was in charge with Bernie Ecclestone.
Mm-hmm.
Max Mosley and Bernie Ecclestone were in charge of F1.
Yeah.
And then the FIA sat over them.
Yeah.
So Dennis goes to Mosley and then is like, Alonso's threatening me, and it fucking backfires. Because I actually wrote it later because I didn't. I was like, I need to Google that. Yeah, because basically because he was like, oh, Alonso's got, like, he's saying this, but it's an empty threat. And then Max was like, doesn't really sound like an empty threat to me.
Sounds like you're crying a little bit about it to me.
Yeah. So September 5th, more evidence comes out. These evidence comes out that conversations digitally have been happening between Coughlin, Alonso, and what's his name, Pedro de la Rosa. So Pedro de la Rosa was like the third driver, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he stood in quite a lot, I think, because of it being Hamilton's rookie year or something.
Mm-hmm.
He was quite prominent in the stuff. So two drivers and Coughlin have digital evidence, digital conversations, which, I'm sorry, you know how like in like TikTok now we sort of say things that aren't really saying things. This is the most blatantly obvious shit I've ever seen. You cannot deny the shit that come out. The best one
What is
is
that?
what I've got written down for you.
Okay.
So one of the important emails that was sent from De La Rosa to Alonso, it reads, all the information from Ferrari is very reliable. It comes from from Nigel Stepney, their former chief mechanic. I don't know what post he holds now, but he's the same person that told us in Australia that Kimi was going to stop at lap 18, which he fucking did. The car broke down on lap 18 in Australia. Yeah.
But he knew. Oh my god.
To get safety car out.
Yeah.
Just like Alonso had done before. So I didn't explain that with Crashgate, the idea of Piquet fucking into the water and the safety car will come out so then Alonso can pit for new tyres.
Yeah.
That was the whole point I did that. So he was like, he used the technique. He was like, it's the same person that told us that in Australia that Kimi was going to stop on lap 18. He's very friendly with Mike Coughlin, our chief designer, and told him that. That's a quote. That's a quote from an email.
That's so fucking obvious.
You can't deny any of that shit.
Just speak on the fucking phone at that point.
Yeah. So basically, everyone fucking hates De La Rosa because he fucked him over.
Yeah.
But also because Alonso fucking brought it up to fucking basically to be like Dennis been like, I want to be your fucking number one.
Yeah.
Or I tell people. And then Dennis told him anyway.
Dennis was like, oh, that.
Yeah.
Let me end my career real
bet.
quick.
Exactly. Then these digital conversations were then given to Bernie Ecclestone, who gave it to the FIA.
Yeah.
And then September 13th, the new investigation opens up.
Okay.
So they had all the information. They had 288 texts, 35 calls, just between Coughlin and Stepney. Phone. Yeah. Highly incriminating emails between them and the drivers.
But was Lewis involved in this?
Lewis said he wasn't, thus no information could be put forward.
Oh.
But I don't think he really knew shit enough that if someone approached him with the information, he wouldn't really know. It was his rookie year.
Yeah.
Whereas Alonso is known for being in scandals.
Yeah.
And then, yes, they incriminated themselves and the team because they capitalised the information. They used the information. So all of them lied to Dennis, is what came out. And then told it to Mosley, blah, blah, blah. Basically saying that, yeah, we're going to fucking use it. And then, what my typing is so bad.
Yeah.
So these emails that come out, proves that the information didn't just land in their lap. They were asking for it, they were using it, they were communicating.
They lied.
So they directly took information and used it against a computer. That's why it's fucked, and that's why it's in breach of Article 150, right? It proves they had intent and they were prepared to use it against their advantage. This is all FIA released information, these are quotes.
Yeah.
They were ready to lie to the fullest extent, despite knowing that they were openly breaching this article.
Oh my god.
Right, yeah. The FIA had a big decision and fined McLaren 100 million, which to this day is the biggest Formula 1 penalty to ever be handed out.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest in motorsport.
Yeah,
No, sport history, sorry.
Because 100 million's fucking so much money, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Think about what that would do for world hunger for a second.
Exactly. Because of that, and because they had that happen, and then they had all of their points taken from the championship. So that meant the drivers could still win their championship, but the constructors could not. They were 0, and they could not score any more points. So the constructors' championship were out. They were excluded. But the drivers could still win, which is odd. Because their thing is that, well, we cannot exclude Lewis because he's in trouble, but I don't get why they didn't exclude Alonso. Alonso is off the hook.
Completely.
Completely.
Never punished.
Never punished.
They just, what, did they just get rid of him next year kind of thing?
They got rid of him because, he took down McLaren. It was his fucking fault. They would never happen. Anyway, so prior to September 13th ruling, Mosley had the drivers to present any more information. So Alonso and De La Rosa gave up the conversations, but Hamilton said so he was like, no, I didn't say nothing. Nothing to do with me. Wasn't me.
Wasn't there, bruv. Yeah.
So because of this, he obviously was like, yeah, you don't worry about that. But Alonso was given full immunity if he gave everything that he was active in. So if he gave all the information, he was given immunity.
They're acting like he was in a gang. Jesus.
Yeah. So he was, even though he was actively part of the sabotage and attempted blackmail of the team.
And a part of Crashgate earlier on.
Yeah.
And people...
he's a questionable character. I don't even questionable, he's a good character, yeah.
I have the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, because of all of this, they're still allowed to race. So in comes the last race of the season.
Interesting.
It's between them two and Kimi Räikkönen.
I hope Kimi smashes
and then,
Alonso.
Kimi's in third.
Yeah.
Lewis has been on pole, but he's dropped back to 7th. And then, anyway... And then Alonso he might have like got a bit of a stint or something. And then he dropped down and he only got to this point, the winner gets 10 points. And then, so he was in 4th place.
Yeah.
Then that's when they crossed the line. So Alonso ends the championship with 109 points.
Right.
Kimi won the race, took championship win with 110 points. That one championship point that was taken from them was the first investigation. Yeah, that was his. How it worked out. That 1 point didn't just cost him his seat or his championship, but his whole F1 career within the sport. Because no one fucking likes him.
Because he's never won since.
Because he's shit, and because he's a twat when he wins and when he loses. So then at the end of all of the season, everything comes about, as in like what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So Coughlin had to pay £180,000 himself. Then some other people, like these names you might know but might not know. So Jonathan Neal and Rob Taylor.
Yep.
So they're both still in the sport. Some other people as well got fined.
Mm-hmm.
They all fined £150,000 for their partake. They're all McLaren owners, like people in McLaren. So they still work in F1. So the people that were fined £150,000 and they still worked in F1 afterwards, and these are their current positions. Executive, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Executive something, Mercedes. Chief Technical Officer of Williams, Technical Director at McLaren, Chief Operating Officer at McLaren, and Chief Designer at Haas. All of them were involved in this, working at McLaren. The current.
And now they're executives.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So then that's basically the end of that. That's the whole Crashgate.
Yeah.
But then later on, in December 13th, it comes out. McLaren released a press statement. December 13th. Bear in mind, this is like a week after the last race.
Yeah.
Happened. McLaren set out a release thing, so about Martin Whitmarsh, who's the COO, the owner of McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out to say basically that, yeah, like everyone knew about it. It's like a known thing within the team. Everyone knew about all the information that was being passed around. Everyone knew about it all. Like, soz, we lied. Dennis came forward because of that. And he was like, I'm so hurt that I didn't know. And then, like, I blew the whistle as soon as, like, I heard about it. Like, as soon as, a lot of the blackmail, basically.
Right.
And then Max Mosley comes out going, Dennis, you're a fucking liar. Like, you came to me, you knew that Alonso's threat wasn't empty. That's why you came to me to help.
Oh my god.
And that's fucked. And that's 2007.
That's... Oh my
That's
god.
That's that.
I'm sorry, I cannot get over the 1 point. That is beautiful. That is karma. Karma is real. And karma hates Alonso.
So that's like this year when Alonso was like, doing well in Aston. It's like, oh, fuck off, Alonso. Stop
Fuck
fucking
off, Alonso.
fuck off.
Yeah, I
You don't
really
fucking
noticed that.
deserve this. You're a twat.
Yeah.
And you're horrible.
Yeah.
And like you did all of this basically. Like he was like the big front runner and he took McLaren down because he wanted to be first.
Yeah.
That was it. He didn't want this rookie to win over him. And he never won a championship like that. Because no one wanted to fucking take him. No good team wins to take him like that.
Karma.
But he was running for the championship.
That's fucking terrifying. And then wait, where did he end up after that?
He got kicked out of McLaren.
Yeah.
I don't think he raced for a while. I think that's when he took his first retirement.
Fucking hell, how many retirements do you need before you finally quit?
Yeah, he came back in 2014, but I think he might have been out of his seat for 2008. No one wanted to take him. Then he took his retirement.
Yeah.
Like after he took his seat. No.
Not like Daniel Ricciardo, obviously, but...
More like, I don't know, lots of people go and come back, but Alonso, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering where he's been, what teams he's been in, how he's been racing, that he's won 2 championships. Fucked.
Rare. Oh, Alonso paid off McLaren mechanics with cash in envelopes to get preferential treatment.
Yeah, he was obsessed with being the
Being the favourite?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been a prick then.
Yeah. But
It's
I think
not hard.
it also just should have been better.
Should have been better. Get good. If you can pay cash in envelopes, then you can pay for better training. Thank you everybody who came by and watched and hung out with us, by the way.
Well, thank you guys for sticking about.
Make sure you do join the Discord. It's somewhere available somewhere.
Slater skaters.
Bye.
See you later, super.